You, you already know, baby. This and that podcast. We're live with another episode of This and That Podcast Radio. Tonight we're chilling with my boy Matt King. If you want to talk some shit, you already know.
Hashtag
Matt
scum
King
life,
was
baby.
popping. Come life hashtags.
Oh yeah. So what you want to talk about, DBD?
What you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the ice wall. Tell me what's behind it.
Oh, you going straight to the point, boy.
We're going right for the
Nah,
jugular off the rip.
let's go to the jugular. Let's hit it right in the jugular. Yeah, nah. So I don't know, man. That's why I gotta. They tell me to stay away from TikTok and all that shit because I be watching some shit on TikTok, bro. That I don't know. It's like sometimes people got the scoop because they know shit and whatever. Anyway, long story short, right? I met this guy one time years ago. Talk about
Yep.
many years ago. He's uh he's a Freemason. Well, he was a traveling man. That's what they call him.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's a Freemason. He's like I don't know. I don't remember how many degrees he was, but he was a master. So he's pretty certified and he knows a lot and all that shit. But anyway, um, the whole I asked him about the whole like, yo, why they don't let nobody pass to like Antarctica and like discover like the ice and shit like that? Like they only let you go a certain amount of miles beyond the
Yeah.
wall,
Yep.
to like, and he was like, oh well, you know how they always told us that planets are aligned and how Mars is next to us and then Venus and whatever the fuck, Uranus, all the other planets that are lined up, right? And we're the
Right.
third
Right. Yep.
rock from the sun, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, he was like, yeah, that's real, but it's not like in space or anything where you have to like go through the sky in order to get through there. You know what I mean? And it's not like in a different planet where when people talk about planets and shit, people think about planets as the way they look at Earth, like a round ball, and we're like the third rock and shit,
Right. Right.
shit like that, right? But
Yeah.
it's beyond that because what separates us is not the skies, it's the waters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You do, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like, I have a map where it's called um extra extraterrestrial. It's called extra tierra, some shit like that. So in
Yeah.
Spanish,
Yep.
it's extra tierra shit, right? So that means that land. In Spanish,
You're breaking up. I can't even hear you now. Yeah, I heard it too. I heard a little bit
hear me
something
better,
there, not much though.
but you can hear me better now.
I can hear you better now. Yeah.
All right. So hold up. Shout out to Ego the Prince in the building. Um, yeah. So right, the dude he was telling me you. So he was telling me shit like he's like, yeah, that shit is real. Like, yeah, Mars is right there next to us and all that shit. And when people talk about extraterrestrials and like aliens and shit, that's real too. Like there's different entities beyond the wall. Get what I'm saying? Like entities could be anything. It could be like in a human form the way we are designed, or it could be like in like an animal kind of form and shit like that.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah. So it's like he's like, yo, this places like all these things that are made up. Like when you hear shit in movies, when they tell you shit like, oh, Thor comes from Asgard, Loki and they come from Asgard and shit, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the actual place. The only thing is, it's not the way they show us on TVs and in movies. You get what I'm saying? But that's the
Oh yeah.
actual
Without a doubt.
place, and it has, you know what I mean? And it actually has a sun. I believe that the sun, like everybody says that the sun is in space and all that shit. But I don't think so. I don't think that we can actually even go to space. Like the moon,
Nah. So
That's not in space. That's like in
So
our atmosphere kind of shit.
here's a fun fact about the whole we went to the moon bullshit that no one wants to wake up and recognize. We never went to the moon, and there's solid proof in that famous picture. So it shows in that picture the footstep on the moon. Now go
Right.
online and look up the fucking spacesuits that were supposedly used to walk on the moon. Make sure you
They
look at
have no ridges.
all angles of them
Yeah,
because the
they have no
boot print ain't
ridges.
the same. Yeah, the boot print ain't the same. There's no fucking way you're
There's
gonna
no
take your
ridges,
boots off in space.
and the boots in space. The print has ridges. The
Yeah,
print,
exactly.
like it's like if you step on it with like a pair of Timbs. The space suits that they were wearing with the shoe that it had, it was a flat, no
Yeah,
ridges. It was
and
flat. Had like
not only that, but think about the picture of them on in space. You remember the flag, the picture of the flag?
yeah,
What the flag look like in space?
the flag looked like the wind was hitting it.
Exactly. But there's no fucking gravity, no wind, no nothing in space, right? No oxygen on the
Mhm.
moon. That's why you need helmets. How the fuck was that flag blowing?
You know what?
And then
You know what they fucked up. You know where they fucked up? Where
where's that?
where they try to tell us that when you go to space, there's no way you could breathe, and there's no like you said, there's no gravity, right? But
Right.
when you go underwater, it's the exact same thing. You can't breathe underwater, and you
Yeah.
can't gravitate underwater because in the water, because of your lungs and all the air inside of your body, it automatically makes you float. But if you have
Yeah.
something that drags you down, which will be the same thing in the gravity, right? Because like I don't understand how there's no gravity when gravity is what determines the solid weight of something. So how do
Oh,
you
that's fact.
if there's no gravity in space, how do you know how much it weighs in space? So if you put something in space and there's no gravity, how can you make that object or whatever it is you send in space to stay down?
Yeah.
You're gonna
That
send it to the moon. How you gonna have it stay on the moon if you don't know how much weight you need to in order to break the gravity in space? Get what I'm saying?
well
That's
that
where they
yeah.
fucked up because they told us that there's no gravity in space and there's no gravity underwater. Granted, so if there's no gravity in space, then how do you know that you can make something heavy enough for me to walk on the moon? You get what I'm trying
That's
to
a
say?
fact because
Like
technically with no gravity, weight's null and void.
there's
I
no
mean,
it's exactly the weight
so
it's
the
not
whole
valid.
video
There's no
of
such thing.
the whole video of the moonwalk where they're bouncing step to step to step. What the fuck's pulling them back down? There's no fucking way we went up there. What it was is it was a fucking rat race against the other fucking country to see who got up there
Or the
first.
Russian,
And because
it was Russia,
right,
Russia and
yeah,
China. That's
yep,
our main
because
competition.
because we didn't want to take the fucking loss. So we went into some asshole's basement and staged the whole motherfucking thing. There's a video, and this is a hard video to dig up too, but it's out there. Go and do your research on it. There's a video they did of the guy out in space doing repairs on the ship, but in the video, a rat runs across that part of the space, and they slow it or the part of the ship, and they slow it down. You catch the rat. There's no fucking way
Yep,
that rat was on that ship in the middle of space and just running for fucking cheese. Like it ain't happening.
100%. What's up, Psycho? I see you out there. What's up, Bombshell? I see you. Welcome to this and that podcast radio. We're just talking shit. We're here with Ego the Prince, Mad King. We can talk GW. We can talk whatever y'all want. You got questions? We can ask questions too. All that good shit. Just gonna kick it here for like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Before I go to bed.
Let's move on to another little interesting subject that people don't open their eyes to. What's your thoughts on Bigfoot? What up, Psycho? I see you, baby.
Bigfoot.
Yeah. A lot of people say it don't exist. A lot of people say it do exist. A lot of people say it's interdimensional and it can move through time and space to get out of ways and shit. I don't know. But
I don't know.
what I do know is if that many people talk about something that much, I mean, even the biggest lies got to got a shred of truth to it. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
All right, you throw the next topic out there. I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Well, I want to answer the Bigfoot shit. What up, where you go? Where you go at? Why you ain't talking?
Yo, I'm glad y'all do your thing, man.
Nah, nigga, just get in here. Shit, fucking talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you about the Bigfoot shit, and then you go talk about whatever you guys about a conspiracy theory shit. We can talk about the
All
whole
right.
9/11 shit too. With the Bigfoot thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that they do exist, and they're in a civilization. They're in a civilization where we're not allowed to make contact with them. You get what I'm saying? So like the government and them, I'm pretty sure they know about each other because when you look about Bigfoot, you're talking about a race where it's kind of similar to the human race. The only thing is they look like apes and full of hair, but they got human features. They walk on two legs and they can actually communicate like humans. They're like the monkey, but the more advanced civilization of monkeys. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if a
Yeah, I
monkey
feel
was
you.
to evolve into something, it would evolve into a Bigfoot. It wouldn't evolve into a human. So that's what I think about that. And I think that honestly, the government knows about that, and I know that the government knows about where they stand because what the government doesn't tell you, and they try to hide from us on Google Earth, is what's really behind the Grand Canyon. I don't know if y'all know, but the Grand Canyon is supposed to be like all mountains, and behind it is supposed to be like more mountains and dirt and desert, right? There's
Yeah.
beaches and shit behind there. There's water behind the Grand Canyon. Somebody sent a drone over that shit, like one of
Oh
those
yeah,
good
without a doubt.
expensive drones, and they got caught. And guess what happened to the drone? The drone got
Gone.
shot down. Like it got like not shot down by like bullets or anything. They got shot down by like one of those electrical like surges
Mhm.
thing where they send that switch out and then it like shuts it down and then it just falls.
Yeah, I think it's like an
But the person,
EMF or EMP or something.
like EMP, yeah, some shit like
Yeah.
that, like yeah, shit like that. So they shut that shit down. But the what they didn't know was that the person who was using the drone was already recording everything during like the transaction when the drone was already flying. So even if it knocked it down, it already got evidence and proof of like the beaches and all that shit behind there. And there was always people saying that the Grand Canyon is Africa. They saying that behind the Grand Canyon is Africa. Like the map is so crazy like that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
What do you think, Ego? What you got?
I don't know. We should go visit.
I mean, the Grand
So
Canyon ain't that far from New York.
before I throw my opinion out there on this, I'm gonna give a shout out to Chassis So Crafty doing the merch for everybody. She's incredible, easy to work with,
For real.
great prices. Get your shit
Yeah,
in,
shout out to
get your
Chess.
stuff out. I know my wife's getting ideas together to get some tumblers done for her and the kids and stuff like that. So I've already got another big order going in. And I mean, her prices, you can't beat
GW
them with a steel
merch.
chair.
Let's go.
So she's working on a PEW scumbag shirt for me and a Mad King tumbler. Shit's fire. So shout out to her. Make sure you get your orders in. It's damn worth it. Get them in before she realizes how good she is, and then prices go up. I'll tell you that much. She got damn good prices.
Yeah,
But
I'm due for a T-shirt. I should have been caught that shit.
I'm
I'm gonna
hoping
tell
my
her to make me a
T-shirt comes
DVD
in.
T-shirt. Send that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm
Nigga ain't
hoping my
gonna pay
T-shirt
for it.
comes in before the Mick Foley thing because I would love to have Mick Foley sign a GEW shirt. I mean, just that
Imagine.
conversation alone, I want to have with that man. But I ain't putting no rush on it. So you can't rush perfection. You can still hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, all right. So my thoughts about the whole Bigfoot thing is I think they're out there, but I mean, if you look at the human race as a whole, we fucked up this planet so much. I mean, this is the exact fucking society that crucified the perfect man when he came. So, I mean, if I had the chance to hide from these lunatic motherfuckers, I would too. You know what I mean? Why would you risk everything you love and have and you've kept safe for so long to come to motherfuckers who do war just for fun? Just for oil, shit that's in the ground, like that shit's crazy. I'd hide too.
Yeah, man, it's crazy out there.
What about you, Eagle? You got a topic?
Now I'm more of wrestling. What we're gonna do in GW? What's next? What's next for Madkin?
Well, shit. Throw me some questions about GEW, baby. I'm here. I'm here till my phone dies. I got 22%.
Also, shout out to Ego for being the Undisputed Global Productions World Champ.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Ego for that.
Thank you, appreciate you guys. Do you do like just as far as like call wrestling wise, or you also own your own EFAD, you run your own business as well?
B?
Yeah.
No, man. I like I said on the last one, dude, I almost quit doing E-Feds altogether. Um this is it. I mean, I threw my call out there recently to I think it was Briggs, shout out to Briggs. Um the tag just because if it's under the GEW umbrella, I'll show up. I show my love. Everybody knows I'm pretty strict on being part of GEW. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to spend time anywhere else. I don't want to put the effort in anywhere
The
else.
loyalty's there.
I
Yeah.
understand. I'm on the same boat.
And
So I
it's like
respect that.
I don't want to name drop, but at the same time, I'm a scumbag, so I'm gonna name drop. It's like Lazarus Hyde. Dude wins a belt, takes off, does his thing. Shout out to you, Les. I know you probably got a lot going on. Go for you. But I mean, if I'm here and there and here and there and here and there, I mean, sooner or later, here or there is gonna win. You're one person. You can't be in two places at once, and I just don't want my efforts or my attention going anywhere else.
Exactly. You want to focus, stay on the ground.
Yeah.
I totally understand you. So a couple people hit me up on the side, like, "Oh, why you haven't joined? What's your hashtag?" And I'm like, honestly, I'm exclusive this year. I'm gonna focus on what I got going on here. I don't want to tarnish that, you know. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
totally understand.
on other news, I'm gonna give a shout out to RJ Bombshell and the Wreckage for being the biggest joke comeback in GEW. Shout out to you, big claps. Shout out to you. So, but back to the
Yeah.
podcast.
I just unmuted Bombshell. You should be able to join.
You can add
Add
him.
to
You can add him.
stage.
You're
There
the
you
admin.
go.
You're the admin.
There you
Shout out
go.
to
He's
Bombshell in the
here.
building.
So
Bombshell's
so
in the
hold on. So we
building.
got this asshole running his mouth. So you want to run your mouth? Is that what you want to do? And say
Yeah,
that we're nobodies.
that's
Dude,
exactly
I'm
what
gonna
I
tell you
want to do,
something. On
baby.
some real shit. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't get all hype because you're on DBD's dick.
I'm rolling on DBD's dick.
You were on DBD's dick so hard. You're riding into the sunset, bro.
I'm riding into the sunset like
why? 'Cause I
a
left.
Mountie.
Hold on, shut up. I left PRX to better myself, and everyone's
Dude
throwing
came in
hate
here
at
big
me.
mad, jumping
Like,
off
then you come
PRX,
with a
bringing in
teammate.
fucking the
Oh, did
Crimson
I come
God,
with a
talking about
teammate
fucking dick
and
riding. Get
we were
the fuck
handling
out
your
of
ass?
here,
Suddenly you're nothing. You're riding DBD's dick until you're the sunset, dude. We don't know what's
bro.
gonna happen.
Ain't you?
DBD's gonna drop
Wasn't
you,
you
bro.
on? Wasn't you
We
on
all know what's
PRX's?
gonna
Wasn't you the
happen.
power bottom for PRX?
DBD's going to
Can
drop
I
you,
ask a
dude. That's what's
question?
going to happen.
What's the
DBD's gonna stab you in
animosity?
the back,
What's the
like he stabbed
animosity
everybody
about
else in the
Bombshell?
back, and you're gonna get so
Hold up.
upset.
How do
You're
you
gonna
know
clap
that?
I don't
yourself
How
know.
do
and
you know
I
shit.
that?
don't know, man. I was chilling, and I thought me and Bombshell was good, but
What you gonna do?
How the Bombshell knows I'm
Hey,
gonna betray him?
Bombshell, why you
Now Bombshell's
upset?
talking shit. It's all love. Bombshell knows it's
Hey,
all love.
Oh no, it ain't all love. He wants to throw shots at. He wants to
why
throw
you
shots.
upset?
Let's throw shots.
Tell him why you mad.
Hey, if he wants to throw shots, he's like, oh, because the new team. Yeah, we came in, but you gotta look at it though. We're new. We're fresh. You
Yeah,
guys
you
just
fresh
We're
lost
and
new
new.
control
too,
of it.
though.
You know
We're
what I mean?
fresh too.
But
We knew
We're
listen,
too.
fresh.
you
See,
guys had momentum
I have
going
no
into that. Hold on,
chemistry. I
let me
have no
finish.
chemistry.
Listen, you
Yeah, you finish.
listen. You guys had momentum going into that match because you guys both won some matches, had matches beforehand. Me
All
and
right,
Chris
Bombshell. Let's
never had momentum going into any. Listen, it's the truth. If you guys are coming off a loss or a win, your momentum going into that it affects even tag team matches. Me and Chris were a fresh tag team going there, but you cannot knock that we were handling
Oh,
business against you two. You cannot say a damn thing. We were in that match handling business.
I think the match was. I think the match was a great
You
match. I
cannot
didn't say you
say,
guys were bum.
I
"Oh,
I give it to him. It was
It was
a
a
good
great
match.
match.
But anyway, listen, let's dial it back, Bombshell. Let's try to
Oh no, I'm
clean
in
up this
character. I'm in
language.
character. I'm just fucking with you. Like I'm just
I'm
fucking
Oh
I'm
with
in
yeah,
you.
yeah.
character too,
Get
but I'm trying to tell you, let's clean up the
Like
language,
DVD's
brother.
looking
Let's
like he's
try to clean
fucking
up the
with you.
language. Me and you know what it's like
yeah.
behind the
You
scenes for
kind of
me
went
and
off.
you.
You
Let's
kind of
bring
went
it to
off
the
with
public,
the
though.
being on the date part. That was a little rough. That was a little rough. Should
Okay.
have waited for that one. Could have used it in a different phrase. That was a little tough. But I get the frustration because when you're in the ring, you know what it is. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. King. The problem is they see that you're lined up with me, and everybody's hating that you're shining now. You feel
Oh,
me?
that's a fact.
Because now
That's a
that you,
fact.
wait, I'm not done.
Like I
I let
said,
you finish, Bombshell.
Nice.
Oh,
Talk your
that was you.
talk.
My
Talk
fault.
your
My bad. My
talk.
bad. My bad. But this is what happened. What happens is you're shining now because you're teamed up with somebody that nobody wants to team up with because their goal is to take me out. You notice how all these teams are all forming. Every team that I went through that I demolished, you don't hear from these groups no more. Like I made DWO relevant again, but we thought that DWO died years ago because I killed them years ago. But now they're DWO again because a DVD put DWO on
What
his
are
fucking
factions you
attire
killed?
and
Name the
is kicking their
factions. Name
ass.
the factions.
I'm gonna
Name
name
the
the factions. You
factions.
want me to name factions I killed?
Name them. Throw
I'm
them
gonna name
out
the
there. Don't
factions.
be shy.
DWO. I formed it. I destroyed it. The Gravediggers first version. I break. I roll. I formed it. Destroyed it. PRX. We made a nation of violence. I
That
fucking
didn't go
destroyed
pretty
it, and
far.
that didn't go nowhere. I destroyed it. What happened after that?
all right. So
PRX. They thought that they were. They everybody's hating. So you don't hear these names no more. Now they become relevant again
Technically,
because
if
now
you
they
guys
try
are
to like
reading the promos, if you guys been reading the
you read.
promos, you can
You
add
gotta
the
you
here's
gotta
Grave
understand.
Diggers. You
I'm
can
gonna tell
add
you
the
something.
Grave
I'm gonna tell you
Diggers
something.
2.0 to that list because they're officially over with too.
They're officially over too. The 2.0. SGK is the original. SGK and me
And
were the original Grave Diggers,
he said he went solo. You teamed up with Mad
and he went
King.
solo.
Demon X got his own team. Grimlords were Demon X. There's nobody left. And
so
Nobody's
Gravedigger.
left.
That's
let me say
officially
this.
to
Let me
say
say this real
that
quick.
Gravediggers is
So now
over.
that they see that you're getting wins and that you're teamed up with me and you said what you said because all I've ever asked. I'm in character, by the way. Everybody who's listening. Everybody who asked, every time I formed a faction with them or I joined teams with people, all I've ever said was like, yo, when you fuck with me, I promise you, you can get anything you want, like any title, any shots, any opportunities you want. But stay away from the world heavyweight title because that's mine. I want to be the face of this brand. I always
Yeah.
tell my people that. And
Yep.
I told you that. And what you said, I don't even want the world title. And if
Nope.
you do
Not at
get the
all.
world title, what you was gonna do? What you was gonna do
I'm
if
a
you got the world title?
I'm a recreate it in scumbag version and present it to you, and that's a fact.
There
That
we
will
go, ladies
go
and gentlemen.
today,
You
tomorrow,
heard
a
it
year
here
from now. I
first.
will be the one
You hear
that
me?
presents the Reaper with all your downfall.
Thank you.
This for me is about the climb.
That's all I asked from my people, and nobody wanted to do that. So like, you see it now, and now they're gonna hate because now
Oh
you gonna
man!
shine,
So
and now
so
you might
here's
want to be awesome. Like, oh motherfucker, the only reason you this is because of DVD. Don't let nobody discourage you. You're doing that
no fuck.
because you got
That's
the
a fact.
DVD push. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? That's
fact.
all you're getting, the DVD push. That's all it is.
So
You're basically
here's
being aligned as the biggest
So you're
heel
saying the
in
DVD
GW
pocket
after
holding
myself.
experience? So you're giving the DVD pocket holding experience? Is that what I'm getting?
You can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna crush this
this
man's
is
character because that's what y'all
Bombshell
want to
making
do. Y'all
prison
want to crush
jokes.
his
He wouldn't make
character.
it
Y'all
past
can't.
intake.
You
He's
can
talking
try, but you
about
can't.
motherfucker.
That's the problem. Y'all gonna say anything y'all want. Y'all gonna make it sound like oh wow, man, King,
So
fucking, I
here's the
can't believe
thing.
you. But
Here's the
at the
thing.
end of the day, they're wrong.
It's talking about ego. This motherfucker got the biggest
It's a
ego of all
mission that's
time.
got to be
Listen,
accomplished, and nobody gets it.
listen. When I came in this motherfucker
I think it's
wearing the
amazing
white and the
storytelling, like
gold,
Ada said.
everybody wanted to push me to the side. Everybody wanted to say, "Oh, fuck that. He's a newbie. He's this and third." I was trying to be nice. I come back as my true self, the king of the scumbags, and I'm in everybody fucking mouth. Everybody. And all I got to
Bro,
say
you know
is,
how
how the
much,
fuck's it taste? How's it
you know
taste
how,
to know that I've been here less than 98% of you motherfuckers, and my shine box is 10 times taller, baby?
talk to him. Talk to him. It's true. It's
Preach,
true.
preach.
Hold on,
It's
whoa,
true.
hold
You know
on.
why it's true? You know
Oh
why
man.
it's true? Because now everybody's gonna look at it like, oh, Mad King, that's the other scumbag that fucking teamed up with
Yep.
DVD. The only other scumbag that will actually team up with DVD. He's making
That's
his
a
own
fact.
name, man. You guys don't even
And the
see
only
it.
thing I
It's just
did,
he's using
the
he's
only
using
thing
my
I
voice
did
to
was
get there. That's all it is.
was talk to DVD and tell him it's okay to be scumbags because we're the ones that are gonna do the shit that people like Bombshell ain't gonna do.
Like what? Like what?
Like when?
Like, see the mission
Hold on.
and
I'm gonna tell you
accomplish it.
something. Why don't you go back and look at the GW history? Why don't you go
Don't need
back
to. There's a
and
reason it's
you
called the
need to?
past. It's behind us.
No. You need to.
Nah.
Because you know we want to talk about a fucking guy who solidified himself? Dude, I put a hardcore division on my fucking back. So I don't hear
I
nothing
cannot
from
that.
You put
nobody.
a hardcore
I
division
cannot
on your
that.
I
back.
put
When
a
I came in,
hardcore
you was
division on my back. Listen to this. I was dominated. I lost. I fell off. I admit to that. But I came back 10 times stronger, and DVD can vouch for this. I'm always the hardcore guy. Everyone knows me as the hardcore guy. But now that I'm stepping away from that to do tag teams, people are like, oh, well, this is not the RJ we know. I get a lot of hate because they want to see me
The
do the
only thing,
hardcore thing.
honestly, you don't have to always do the tag
He
team
didn't want
thing.
to
The
get
only reason that
typecasted.
No,
He didn't want to get type.
we're doing
The
the
thing
tag
was, he
team
didn't
thing
want to
right
get
now because
typecasted
we're
and
trying to.
stuck in a division.
Listen, I'm going to tell you
Gotcha. Yeah,
something.
that makes
Big
sense.
thing. I did not want to get solidified as this hardcore wrestling RJ. And that's what was going on. Can you go get something?
all right. Let me ask you this,
Let me finish.
Bombshell.
Hold on, let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Listen, this is just me talking as Ralph, not talking as RJ. I came in here. I came in here. This is just me normal. I came to GW. I came back to GW because I got asked to. I was doing other things somewhere else. I came back and did what I had to do to come back. I started from the bottom, from the fucking bottom. And Ego can vouch for this and DB. I started from the bottom of the barrel and worked my way back up.
Yeah, they made him go through
I had to go
developmental
down to
league and
the
everything.
mental and then came back up.
That's true.
So I busted my ass to
Nobody's
get where
taking
I'm at.
none of that from you. 100%. He's 100% right. What he's saying, he's right.
So when everyone says, "Oh, RJ
The
doesn't have
FEW
the
World
shine
Champ.
he has," I'm not here for the shine. I'm not here for the clout. I'm not here to please everybody. And I'm here to have fun, and that's it. Win, lose, or draw, I just want to have a good match. I can come in and talk my shit. I can take the shit. I don't care. But at the end of the day, there's a respect level. And there's a lot of respect going on. And that's when I came back to him. There's a lot of respect going on. A lot of young guys, and I even told DBD this. I told you that. There's a lot of young bucks in here, a lot of young talent that are hungry like dogs.
Yeah.
And I even told them
you're right.
that. And there's a
But
lot
let me
to see, but I don't
Matt
want to
King
keep
is one
on
of them.
seeing.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
What?
I came up through developmental. I did the whole respect thing. I was nice to everybody when I showed up in GEW. I said please. I said thank you. I moved out of motherfuckers' way, shook hands, and bowed heads.
But
And then all of a sudden,
how'd that make you feel?
hold on. Let me speak. I'll get to that. Let me speak.
Let him finish.
So then all of a sudden, there was words spoken that made me rethink, like, hey, this new path I'm on ain't right. Alls I did was the same thing you did, was I went, which I still am a rookie, and I hitched with somebody that was already well being called a scumbag nightly by everybody, DBD this and DBD that. So I sat back and said, you know what? The real me's a scumbag. I'm going to be a scumbag. That's what I do. Went to DBD and talked to him. And as soon as that happened, everybody wanted to down talk me. But why? What did I do? What did I do in the wee hours of last night to piss off RJ Bombshell? What did Mad King do? Because I thought we would chill. Me and you have had backstage conversations before, and we kicked it backstage.
He
So then I
whooped his
wake up
ass.
and you're
That's what
like,
happened.
oh, da la la, DBD, the DBD, that. You're coming
Listen.
at me snake wise through a promo. Like, come on, man, you could have came to me. But then you bring out the king of the scumbags. I got people left and right all over the place nightly saying king of the scumbags this, DBD that, king of the scumbags this. When's the last time you seen a rookie get this much fucking attention?
This
I
is
came up
why
the
I'm
same way
trying
you
to tell
did.
you. That's it. We're gonna pack these boys up, and it's your time now. Like
The
you're
problem
under
is,
the
hold on,
ring,
you're not packing first
respectfully.
off.
Like
Wreckage is not getting packed
you're
up
gonna
first off.
shine in your own time, and they're gonna be like, yo, this nigga DVD created a monster with this guy Mad King. Like when they were doing this tag team thing, because we're gonna, like A Dot says, the storytelling is gonna be crazy because we can go crazy places with this. You get what I'm
That's a
saying? Like
fact.
we can go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? Because of the way that you're carrying yourself in your promos, and the way you're carrying yourself as a trash talker that you are. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah,
like
without a
the way
doubt.
you are in character, it fits what we're doing. You get what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're freestyling this shit because I have not once went to you on your DMs and told you, yo, we're gonna say this and we're gonna say that. Everything
Not
we've
a
been
single
doing
damn
together
time.
has been freestyled, like
That's a
literally.
fact.
So I want people to understand that too. Everything we've been doing lately has been freestyled, and we've been
That's a
cooking.
fact. And
And
look
they
at it,
mad now.
Scum
And
Life.
you can see
Scum Life
it's
just
mad
ain't a
because
tag. That
RJ
shit's in
Bombshell,
motherfuckers' veins. We got
you see,
sponsorships.
that
We
shit's in
got
their heart.
fucking
That shit's in their
we
soul already planted.
we got
They
shit coming, baby.
Bombshell came in here talking about fucking. He ready to fight. Like he came into the studio. If we didn't have security here, he probably would have swung on you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Seriously though.
for
I mean,
real.
damn, I'm ahead. It's
And
Jesus.
and we're forgetting the fact that you guys gotta like chill out. We're in the presence of the Global Productions undisputed world champ. Like you guys don't understand what that means. This means out of all the global production brands and shows that we have, this man is the world champion of it.
That's a fact. And
Ego's
you know,
opinion.
I got a lot of respect for Ego because out of everybody that's come to me talking shit about the king of the scumbags, Ego ain't never said a word to me except, "Hey, Mad King, how you doing?
Because ego,
What's up, Mad King?"
ego's
Love
different.
it.
Ego, tell
I love it.
everybody,
I
Pass
love it.
tell Matt King,
First of all,
tell Matt King, and
Pass
tell
him in the
everybody.
the
hallway.
title
Pass him in
wanted
the
to say
hallway
hi.
last week. Dude threw me a joint and said, "Yo, it's my leftover, dog. Enjoy." I said, "Thanks, man." Kept it pushing. I got a lot of respect for that man.
I love the
See,
energy. I
you don't
love the
ask for much.
hunger, and I like that people are ready to change the game. That's what it's about. We want, something different. Like I
Game
can't front.
changers.
Bombshell has done his shit. That's why I can't take nothing from him. But I like this little rivalry I got going on. Maybe we have to do something. Maybe it could, make something big out of it. The pay-per-view coming up. I don't know. Let's talk about it.
That's a good
What
point.
y'all
That's a
thinking?
good point. Let's talk about it.
Maybe the scumbag king could actually dethrone the hardcore king, the hardcore motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see how it works out.
Because you remember, because it's all written, and it's all written in like it's like it's beyond 2K, bro. Because he just said that Cactus Jack is like his inspiration, and
Oh yeah, without a
RJ
doubt.
Bombshell. You see, and RJ Bombshell
Well,
is talking about that he's been in
he's
this
the
hardcore
hardcore
shit
guy.
since before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
it just
let's
makes
put the
perfect
facts straight on
sense,
this
like
one.
how
Hold
it
on.
can fit in. Like
Let's
A-Dot's listening, A-Dot knows what I'm talking about.
And you get
let's
to redeem when Bombshell beat you in the ambulance match. So he gets to
He
redeem
feeds
that.
off these freestyles. I'm telling you. Shout out to Psycho too. He's another hungry motherfucker I am, man.
Yeah, I love
I'm
Psycho. I love
outside, so,
Psycho.
yeah,
That
smoking.
motherfucker gets me rolling sometimes in the chat. And
Psycho,
I don't.
Psycho's a person that you gotta respect because he's like, even if you knock him down, he gets back up. You get what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's a
Like
fact. That's a
he gets
fact.
back up. Like he
I
doesn't
mean,
give a fuck. Like, yeah, I lost. I'm fighting again. Like next week, run it back. Or who you get your mans. I'll fuck your mans up. You know what I mean? Like I
when
respect
it
that.
comes
I
when
like
it
that.
comes to GEW shows, I'm there. I'm always there. Whether I'm fucking 70
Facts,
feet in the
man.
air in real life I'm trying to pull my phone out to check shit. Well, I got a live wire in my left hand and fucking cutters in the right. Okay, I've done it. I've been there.
Facts.
This Sunday, I'll be sitting in a fucking class. And keep in mind, this is scumbag tag, making $56 an hour for sitting in a class watching fucking videos. There you go. And I'll still pull my fucking
Facts,
phone
man.
out and risk it for the fucking GEW biscuit just to catch a little bit of the show, make a comment, and go on. I've been there in out, in out, in out, in out. And Psycho's been there in out, in out, in out. The motherfucker's real. He's got heart.
Boy,
Yeah, Psycho got hard. I respect that.
I see in the comments he's got a question for me. Psycho, what's your question?
I got a question for Bombshell too. Now that he's here too, but I'll let you
Jesus
answer
Christ.
Psycho's question first.
Psycho's question was, "What's your thoughts on
RJ's
Psycho
family,
being
bro. That's
in
like my
the
brother.
Gates of Chaos and winning his first title?"
So here's the deal. Me and DMNX, we go back and forth a lot. Originally, when I came in as the good
Shout out to
guy,
Demon X too.
I made dumb little puns, stupid shit like that about the Gates of Chaos and shit like that. But on some real shit, me and DMNX are pretty damn cool. He's a good dude. Took care of Psycho, but on some real shit again, Psycho is GOC. Like that motherfucker is the breakout star of the century right there. When he takes that title and realizes like trying to carry GOC on his back, Demon X is screwed.
Facts. There you go. So this is the question I got, Bombshell, right?
What's up?
Out of these new guys, because there's a lot of new guys. I don't know if you noticed. There's like at least 10 or more. I'm gonna say 10 because from what I've seen, and that's like Mad King, Psycho included with these guys. Korean Mercenary, Damian Briggs. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Out of all these new guys and all that shit and all that, because you see how A-Dot, there's no favorites here. You know how we do in GW. And he's not pushing no favorite new guys and none of that. Out of these new guys, he's pushing them all equally. Who do you see standing out that are like, yo, like in character, you could be like, yo, fuck this piece of shit, but you got to still look out for this guy. You know what I mean? Or girl. Or girl.
Damn. Shit. Who's been really standing out to me heavily?
Mad King.
No. You're getting to like third on my list. But nah.
Who's your main one?
If
The
I
main
did
one.
like one, damn.
Yeah, one main one. It's got to be one. It's always one.
Got me fucking thinking, damn it. Damn.
There can only be one.
Yeah, it can be only
It
one.
can only be
Highlander,
one.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the right answer right there.
Damn. Shit. It's really hard for me because it's really hard because you see a lot of these like guys that are really like coming in and like really harnessing their character and stuff, and that's where a lot of people don't understand. If you're not like really like focusing on your character and how you present your character, then it throws off the whole momentum of anything you do or anything you fuck up. But I'm really stuck on that question because everyone, because I'm not gonna fuck all these rookies are hungry. I can't say that.
Now they are.
Like I can't pick one because they're hungry. You really can't pick one of your favorites. But I like the guy wrestlers, but the females I think stand out a little bit more because the females are putting on great shows, you know, and are competing with the men. So if I had to pick a female, it would be and it's a shout out to because my wife is Russian. It would be the Russian girl, Mother Russia or something, whatever her name is. Am I saying it right?
I agree. Rookie
Yep,
is less than 30 days.
That because and it's just because
I've been here almost fucking 4 or 5 months now,
and she's doing a phenomenal job. I like her. I like her character.
Let's talk about it.
The reason why I like her character is because it reminds me a lot of I don't know what her moveset is or nothing like that. You can see when she gets in the ring, she's like, I'm gonna throw these motherfuckers around and beat their ass. And you really don't see that in a lot of females. You see a lot of these females doing like flying moves and all this shit, but she's grounded. Like she's gonna beat your ass, like for real. You know what I mean? And it's really good to see that. Now, on some real shit, I'll get back to the men. I give it to Mad King. I really do give it to him. I give it to you. But
Thank you.
But a rookie coming into this, and I'm going to say this because no, I'm not throwing clap because he's my tag team partner, but I know him outside of here, and I know his work ethic, and that's Crimson God. I know the man's work ethic. I know how he plays, and the thing about this is, you give him the ball, like on some real shit. If you give him the ball, he's going to run with it, and he's going to run for touchdowns left and right, left and right, left and right. And I see Mad King doing it. I see a lot of these young dogs going hunting, and they're going to gun for these belts, and they're going to put a lot of the legends on scene. Like, because we're here, we're taking over, and a lot of the legends going to be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then they're going to start being like, "You know what? Fuck this." Like these young dogs want to come in and start taking the fucking legends parts. That's going to cause a lot of problems. You know, and if it happens, it happens.
I agree.
And if these young dogs are hungry, then they got to eat, and they will take out a legend. I can see it happening, for real.
So,
but you still didn't answer the question, like who was the main guy. But it's all right. I get what you're saying.
I told you.
Like, you don't really have one.
I don't have a main one, but I said for right now on how he's doing, I said Mad King. Did I not say that?
Thank you.
I said because Mad King's he's a hungry dog, so that's why I said Mad King. And Psycho's doing a phenomenal job. You know, you really can't pick, but them two are my top. Like them two right now are my top guys. If I could say two guys are my top guys, are them two guys.
And you got to remember too, just because they're new to GW don't mean that they're rookies and new to the shit. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Just
but like
because they're new to GW, they're new to GW because like I could say, for example, like somebody I got a rivalry with, somebody that I can like really look at that I'm gonna try to beat his ass is Damian Briggs. But Damian Briggs he's a vet when it comes to this shit, but he's new and he's a rookie in GW in the roster. But he's the IC champion. He already got like 3 defenses. And he keeps talking shit to the KOV, and I'm gonna put hands on him. And that's A-Dot's golden boy is because when you're the IC champion, you're definitely a golden boy, right?
That is true.
So let me ask you this off of I'll answer the same question. If I had to pick one, it'd be the final chef. The final chef. The boy's kind of all over the place in the chat. He attacks everybody and anybody that steps up to him. I think he needs to dial that back. I was the same way when I first came in, just trying to pick somebody, trying to get in a rivalry, trying to do this, trying to do that. And then I just backed up, reinvented myself, and now I got everybody coming to me. But when it comes right to it, I think the chef's going to be big. Per Big Dog of GEW, a rookie, it's 30 days. What do you guys got to say about my longevity here now? Let's talk about it. Bombshell, you go ahead first.
You can go.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I was reading something on my phone. Hold on. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, okay. As per the Big Dog of GEW, a rookie is 30 days into business. I've been here a lot longer than that. What do you got to say about my longevity and my reinvent of myself? Let's talk about it.
You mean like you kind of like changed yourself?
I reinvented everything. I cut the whole nice guy out, and I came back as me, the king of the scumbags.
I have, and everyone can vouch for this. DBD can vouch for it. I tried so hard to and I'm gonna say this, find myself, and it was very hard. And when you sit in a room, like I'm gonna tell you this, you're doing a phenomenal job what you're doing.
Thank you.
But on my standpoint of me, like, dude, you're just keep doing it. But I,
Thank
with
you.
my
Thank
character is, I'm always want to change. I'm always want to elevate. Jesus Christ, she's going through hell. But I changed my call a lot, and DBD and Ego can vouch for it. I did change my thing, but there was one thing that Ego can say and DBD can say. I kind of went out of my comfort zone, and both of them liked it. And what was it, DBD and Ego? What good gimmick was it that you guys
You
liked so
did like
much?
the whole model theme and
I
shit. It was
did.
actually working for you because the crowd loved it.
That was it
I'm a
was
big fan
different.
of Rick
That was
Martel. Big fan of Rick Martel.
that was
So
it was Rick Rude. It was a Rick Rude and Rick Martel kind of thing. It was like a
Yep.
mixture of both, or like a About Venus kind of thing he had going.
Remember when
so
he used
And
to
I was
spray that
like,
shit
yo,
in people's faces?
this shit is good because he was always like he was always a big guy and always all right. Put it like this: he basically did what like Mick Foley did. You know how Mick Foley was always a gutter and getting dirty and beat up and always
Yeah,
getting
and then he came back
tossed
with
and
Dude
fucked
Love.
up. And then he came with Do Love and he had all the
Yep.
chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he did. And it worked. Like he came out with a robe, but he was doing the Rick Rude pose type shit, the About Venus, whatever shit. And like
Oh
it
yeah.
was funny and it worked. Like he was dropping promos for that shit and all that. And I was like, yo,
Yo, I'm
this shit,
telling you
he
what,
got something here. And he gave
my
up on it,
wife.
but when he came back ruthless. That's why I always respect Bombshell because Bombshell always keeps, even though he changes up a lot, like he actually found himself. And I always think that a real person should always have like two gimmicks, like at least lockdown. Like I have two gimmicks lockdown,
Oh
and
yeah.
I try to have a third. I have a third one, but the third one will be more like a baby face gimmick, and I'm probably gonna shoot for that one day. And it's probably like the stoner thing. I was trying to do like the Matt Riddle kind of thing, but in my way,
listen, I
like
can
in
always
my
listen. The male
Brooklyn type
model
shit way.
is always there, baby. The male model is always there.
That's
All right,
fucking great.
baby.
I like that. I like that.
Listen, I'm ravishing, I'm
Right, like
sexy,
the
and I'm
Reaper's always
always
there.
around, baby.
Just the way
The
he
male
finished
model.
that word,
Listen,
I
I
like
can
that.
do it all, dude. If I really want
I love
to
it.
do the male modeling thing, I would do it. Because it was like when I did it, it's a funny thing because my wife brought this up to me and my son, Dad, why don't you bring back the Thursday Night Delight? And the
Thursday Night Delight. All
Thursday Night
right.
Delight was kind of like
Thursday
a
night
model
delight.
character.
I'm dead.
And
You know, I like
it
that.
was
I
it was
like
funny.
that.
It was funny. And
Yeah. All right.
I made my guy fat. Like I made him like really fat. Came out with the Tyler Breeze shit. I made it look good. Everyone
I
was
might
like,
have to go back and watch some of that shit.
No. This is like back in the other E-Feds. But
Oh, okay.
I would love to listen. If Chris is like my technical partner, Chris is my boy and all. But if I could, I would bring that back. But there has to be a reason why I'm bringing that back. There has to be like something like what's going on. Like Midas gets a hold of me and Ego knows my Ego knows he's my boy. You know.
Yo,
'Cause
listen,
when I was
I tell you right now, there's a lot of darkness in GEW. To see that shit, that would stand out right now. To see that
if
little bit of light and all this darkness that
dude,
goes on, that shit would stand out to me.
if listen, and this is here now. If there's a poll, if there was a poll right now, and I'm saying this now, we can make a poll. We can do anything you want. If GW wants and needs the male model RJ
The
Bombshell
Thursday
back,
Night Delight, baby.
if they want that, they do it in a poll, and I will gladly bring it back. Because the thing was, I was so out of my
But
comfort
what's gonna
zone with it.
happen with your tag team?
I would no. It would be under a different name. I would bring it back under a different name. If they want RG Bombshell, do it. I'm gonna reach out to Chris and like, listen, Chris, like I want to do. We're still tagging up, but I think down the line, I want to bring the male modeling thing back. If that were to happen, Chris, my tag team partner, respects my decisions. He does. And the thing about it is, I'm not changing anytime soon. But down the line, say if Chris turns on me, there goes my face turn right there, back to the male model. Just saying. Like my tag team partner gets sick of losing and turns on me, and then bang, you know what I mean? The male model comes out.
All right. So let's talk about this then. Seeing how you guys put up a hell of a match against the Kings of the Scumbag Kings.
Mm-hmm.
You lost. Your new guy came in, took a loss. What's the next step for
I pinned
Wreckage?
his boy though, right? I didn't
Yeah.
pin you.
Yeah,
I
you didn't.
pinned
With
his
The
that-
boy.
thing is, you pin my boy. See,
Yeah, right. So what is the repercussions? Because hell, let's face it, even the Bloodline, they went through a whole thing. You take a loss, you get beat down. What happens to your boy now? What is the repercussions? What is the comeback for Wreckage from here?
we just go back in. We just go back to the drawing board. All right.
Yeah, but if there's no repercussions for him, then what happens when he does it again?
Listen, on some real shit. If there's hold on. With the repercussions, I'm not going to sit there and badmouth Chris and tell him what the fuck. I'm not going to do that. As a tag team partner, you're a team together. You lose together. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, you lose together. You gotta learn
I mean,
from your
it should
losses.
always
And
be
you
like
gotta
that.
learn from your losses and move on. It's just how it is. And if it keeps on happening, you gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta go back to training. Find out what's going on. If it you guys gotta work together. That's what a tag team does. You have to work together to move in a positive direction. And if you guys don't do that, then it's a fucking flop. You know what I mean? Me and Chris are still fresh to the tag team thing.
Oh yeah.
Me and Chris weren't supposed to tag up. There's a story. If you guys don't mind, I can tell you the story.
Nah,
Tell us.
it doesn't involve anything like going into the future?
It actually does. Yes, it does.
Then leave it under the covers. Leave it under the covers.
No. It happened to lead to the tag team thing, and that's it. Like it was somewhere else.
Let's hear it. Shoot.
So what happened was we got fucked over at another company. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna start hitting people up about joining as a tag. Let's just get our name out there. So we were Havoc. Before the Wreckage even happened, we were Havoc. The name kind of got used. We got some pop about it, some negative pop. So we changed our name to the Wreckage. Chris does cosplay. He goes by the Wrestling God on Instagram. Hold on. He does all this stuff for wrestling and all this stuff for wrestling. What?
And Twitch.
And Twitch. He does stuff on Twitch. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Plug to the Wrestling God on Instagram. Go follow him.
He's really good at what he does. You can clearly see. But when me and him, we went to GCW in Philly. It was at it was in Chester. Me and him met up. We're like, yo, dude, like I want to do a storyline with you. Like you beat me up. We do the best out of 3 series. I win one, you win one, and we do like the heads or tails who wins the next one. I was like, all right, cool. Let's do that. So we went there, and the owner was working. He was doing the ring crew. So we were like, okay, what's cool? We got this. I got him. We were supposed to cut a promo. I'm supposed to attack Chris at the GCW event. We had GCW security there involved in this. Big thing. So he was like, oh, I've been cool as hell. Yeah. Never happened. We got flagged. So me and Chris felt like betrayed. We felt pissed. So me and Chris were like, yo, we're not dealing with this shit. Let's tag up and really show people who we are. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. Let's show people who we really are. He goes, I know you go by the Bear, but you're RJ, and this is DBD and Savage Vega started this. Both of them. I'm RJ, and I'll say it, so I will put this on my fucking gravestone. I am RJ motherfucking Bombshell. I will put that on my gravestone. I even told my wife that will be on my gravestone. Because I live and breathe that name. I love my wrestling name. And everyone, that name is going to be solidified. Anywhere I go, it has been solidified here. I went through multiple gimmicks here. Philly's Finest, The Bear. But I went back to where I am. RJ motherfucking Bombshell. Chris
motherfucker.
Yeah. But
yeah, I think when I came in, I think you were the Bear because you were arguing with some dude in the chats. He had like a purple hue over his fucking thing, but there was a lot of like voice message bitching. I remember thinking this motherfucker's crazy.
Oh,
But
me?
yeah, you were arguing with somebody, and I was like, this motherfucker's a little off fucking rocker out here. Like,
Yeah.
and
I get in
I
my
ain't
car.
seen
Shout out
that
to the
dude
final
around
G
much
for that
anymore.
promo.
But I think you were the bearer back then when I showed up.
But it was more of a lot of people are like, oh, now because you don't really on some real shit, and it sucks to say this. Me and Chris were like, dude, we don't see no tag team wrestling no more. You really don't. Everyone wants to go on that path of solo. You want to be solo. So me and Chris were like, let's tag up. Let's go by the wreckage because we want to wreck motherfuckers. I said, okay, we'll do it like that. So like I said, we got some bad pop about it. So then we changed our name to the wreckage. Everyone liked it. Everyone was like, yeah, cool name. Let's go. Yada, yada,
Shout out
yada.
Demon X.
Yeah, shout out
So-
Demon X.
We had all the storylines. We have everything else. And it was like, yo, let's really sit down and really focus on this as a tag team. Because on some real shit, the only real thing that was going on over here in GW was PRX, was DWO, was the grave women. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Just busting chops. The grave diggers. There was a lot of stuff going on over here, but there wasn't really strong. Tag teams like on some real shit.
And the great thing is there wasn't really strong tag teams. You're right. But
There
me and
wasn't
Kyle
really
were a
tag
strong
team wrestling. So I went and I was like, A-Dot, I want to focus on tag team wrestling. And A-Dot can vouch for this. I did reach out to A-Dot. I said, I really want to do tag team wrestling. And
I told you to pull up. He didn't want to pull up.
And I really just want to focus on tag team wrestling. That is it. I don't want to do any single stuff right now. I want to focus on tag teams because being honest with you, tag team wrestling is dying.
Yo, so let me get a little. Let me put a little insert here, real quick. I hate to stop you like that, and I apologize ahead of time, Bombshell. But you guys seen this mixed tag match coming up in Funhouse?
The what?
Bombshell, you seen that? The mixed tag team tournament or whatever it is?
What, in Demon's Funhouse?
Yeah, you seen that?
Being honest with you, I watch. I'm not gonna lie, and I know I don't watch Demon Funhouse like a lot as I used to, but I did see the mix. I do listen on some real shit. I do need to watch that, but I do like catch myself like out like off of work. I do like catch myself rewatching episodes. I'm not gonna lie, I do rewatch episodes. But the one that really like gets me on my toes is Jeannie Ja's women thing, because as a very, very different, but seeing the women really stand out is great. I think Jeannie's doing a phenomenal job with that. I think the Demon X is doing a phenomenal job. I see a lot of guys and doing phenomenal jobs.
So going back to that tag team thing. This is a Scum Life scumbag next statement.
Go ahead.
You've seen Mad King and Mr. Zero just entered the mixed tag match, right? Mr. Zero just recently found out he identified as a female, and well, because of state standards, Demon Funhouse couldn't say no. So in that will be Mad King and Mr. Zero. So that's hashtag Scum Life.
So that, hey, shit happens.
Where you go at?
But
yeah, get the Usain.
The tag team, like, some real shit. Like now, like I said, Jesus Christ, now
please.
I just totally lost my fucking train of thought. You fucking mad, man. Got me all fucked up.
I'm telling you, baby. You always got to be thinking 3 scum moves ahead, baby. 3 scum moves ahead.
Oh, man. Fucking
it's different, though. It's different.
It's different to see that. Like, you really don't. Being honest with you, it would be cool, and it's just me to say this. It would be cool to see, like, a lot of some people doing the, like, all right, Wonder Boy, I fucking love.
You want to see trans?
I would listen. I don't hate transgender people. I never did. Like, I never did.
Well, trust me, this is new to me. I didn't know nothing about Mr. Zero like this. He just come up to me and said, "Hey, you know what? I identify as this. We should enter." I said, "Hey, yeah, I'm going to tell Demon X we're going to enter." And
so,
shit, we in it.
Wonder Boy gets me.
Scum with it, baby.
I'm a big fan of Wonder Boy. I like Wonder Boy.
You guys are sick. I like Wonder Boy too. Yeah,
I
it's
think everyone
different because he's openly gay with it, and he watches. Supposedly, that's why I want Ego to talk because Ego knows him. That's Ego's lady's brother or something like that, or son.
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this. I think
Ego, yeah,
that
he'll tell you.
Wonder Boy's call is phenomenal. I think he really puts, like, when they talk about like being
Hold your
equal
pockets, boy.
in the ring, that motherfucker makes you, like, in his matches, if you're not on his level, he's like, yo, come here, and he'll do the pocket thing. Here's my pocket. You're gonna hold it.
You're gonna hold my pocket.
You're gonna
That's
hold
it.
my bags. Now listen, you guys ever heard of Effie, right? From GCW?
Yeah.
No.
How does he?
Yeah, that's a real life person.
Effie reminds me a lot of Wonder Boy. Effie is a phenomenal person. Phenomenal.
I'm back.
Effie is a phenomenal
There you go.
person in real life. I met him, and
Yo,
you were
who's that?
talking.
Who's that
That's a
wrestler
real
that
life
used to
person.
come out with the whole peacock gimmick in real life? He's come out with the peacock gimmick. He's a GCW or something like that.
Yeah, GCW. Yeah,
Who
GCW
the hell
is.
was that guy?
I
He come
forget.
out. He had the boys with him. They were called.
Dalton
Can't remember that.
Castle. You're talking about Dalton
Dalton
Castle.
Castle.
Oh.
Dalton Castle. I met that motherfucker in Rochester, dude. He was straight up, and shout out to gay people. My best friend's 100% gay. Him and his husband. That's why I'm so comfortable with it.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
also the godfather of my children. But
As long as
dude,
you're
he's
comfortable with
100% gay, and that
sexuality,
motherfucker is 100%
you're okay.
cool. I got to meet him in the Rit in Rochester when I was out there with my wife a few years back ago.
He's like,
Yeah.
Dalton's cool. Effie's my favorite because every time I see Effie, I always want to talk to him because every time he sees me, like, I'm always like talking to him about like wrestling, and he is like, if you want to talk about like gender qualities and shit, he'll sit there for hours and hours.
That's another thing too. That's another thing too. That GW. That's my bad to cut you off. My bad. For real.
Hold on, I was gonna get to that.
That's not
GW. This is because I was gonna get to that too. ADOT does not discriminate, and that's what's cool about it. You can have a guy that comes out with fucking a girl outfit on, and you know, if this was ADOT, like, oh, what the hell is this? But he says it in a funny way, but he knows that character's trying to stand out and do something.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's crazy. It's cool to see that. Like, you got people going out being like Kid Bandit. You got people going out there being like other femboy characters, and that's what you call a femboy. A lot of people are coming out as these femboy characters that want to be the females, want to be that type of call. You know what I mean? And it's cool to see that a lot of people want to get out of that comfort zone. That's why when I did, like, I'll go back to it. That's why Ego was like, Ralph, I like the male.
I don't know. What's up with Josh? She ain't pull up. Like,
Let me go for a minute. Hold on.
But
I sent everybody
what I was
the
saying.
invite. You know, all they gotta do is join.
Yeah, they gotta pull
So
up.
here's a topic I want to talk about. SGK. That shit came out of nowhere. This shit could go 100 different ways. I mean, he dropped that fight bomb. I mean, he kicked Tyler Jones, right? You know, down there. What's going on with that?
SGK is a day one guy. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know, but SGK is all right. When GW started, we started off with just a few of us from the neighborhood. Like,
Yep.
I know A Dot in real life. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah,
A Dot in real
that's a
life. I
fact.
know Zay. I know Ego. I know Ego's brother. I know Zay. I know a few people in real life that, like, you know, I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah, definitely.
we started GW like that. That's how we started GW, and we
Yeah, oh yeah.
and we did it like as a thing. And we found SGK because I was on Facebook and I saw on Facebook all the people posting their calls, and I was like, oh, this is like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when ADOT told me about it, he told me about it on some like, yo, you want to join this shit? I'm thinking it's like a game. Like, I'm thinking we're all gonna like fight each other and shit and play, and you know, like PvP. But he was like, nah. All you gotta do is create your character if you got the game, and you write your own promos, you talk your own promos, whatever you want to do, and you make it happen. You know, we live it like that, like if you're a wrestler type shit.
Yeah.
And when he told me that, I was like, "Oh, I got it. I get you." And I fell in love with it, bro. And
I'm a big
I
fan of
started going on.
SGK.
I started looking online now, like on Facebook, like I said, bro. And I saw SGK, I saw Tolos, I saw Savage, I saw Khan, I saw mad motherfuckers. I saw people that they were doing this shit already in other places. But A Dot had the vision the way I have the vision. Like I wanted to do it the way like the Attitude Era was, because when the Attitude Era was happening, I was outside, like like in junior high school, and we were doing this shit in real life, and we were playing Super Nintendo and Sega and Nintendo 64 shit, and we was trying to do this shit back then. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, without a
but
doubt.
so to do it like this online and being on YouTube and being on Twitch and shit, I was like, yo, this is fucking phenomenal, bro. Like, imagine we had this shit when I was a fucking teenager. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been crazy.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's how I looked at it like that, and I never looked back ever since. So that's why we're here, And
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
S,
I'm just
S,
interested to see where this angle with him goes.
bro, SGK is from
This
Scotland.
is
Like right
yeah.
now in Scotland, it's probably like fucking 7 in the morning or some shit right now over
Oh
there.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
God knows. And so like, and he still he finds his time to like do his promos and do his thing and watch the shows, whatever he missed and whatever. And I guess that's a major part. And that's my boy, because me and
Oh
this
yeah,
guy,
without
we
a doubt.
talk, we communicate and shit. Yeah, man. And yo,
Yeah.
like we're so family orientated here, bro. That like A Dot, when he got married and shit, we got him a wedding gift where we literally got him a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah,
the
without a doubt.
GW World Title. You know what I mean? We all of us, a bunch of us chipped in, and it was my idea. So I hit up SGK because he knows people who make belts because he's from over there. Overseas.
Speaking of that right there, me and SGK talked about doing a little something for A Dot behind the scenes. I'll write you
Uh-huh.
when we're off and
Yeah,
let you
don't blow it
know.
up though.
Nah, I'm not going to, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna put that little drop out there for him. I know he's
yeah,
listening
word up.
to get them
A
wheels
Dot
spinning, but
appreciates shit like that.
yo,
Hey,
he's a
trust
good
me, he
ass
No
dude.
appreciates shit
bad,
He's
like
a
that.
good dude.
full
He
court.
deserves
Bro,
it.
yes sir, I'll see you. A Dot's a real dude, bro. A Dot, yo, that's my bro. Like we grew up together, bro. He knows what it is. So like,
Oh yeah,
he knows
yo,
when I'm
he's a good
talking
ass dude. I
bullshit and
mean,
when I'm talking facts, and same thing vice versa. Like if he's talking shit, I could spot it because we know we ain't talking shit because we don't have shit to talk about.
oh
This
yeah,
ain't our shit. Like we lived it. He knows
he's a
what's
good
up.
ass dude. Sometimes I'm in that motherfucker's office so much, so I feel like I should pop a fucking tent in there. I feel bad sometimes. 'Cause I'm always like, all right, well, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. But he never ever closes that door on me and tells me, hey, you got to go. He's just like, yeah, he
Nah,
always
yeah,
got something to say back to it. Always
the good
giving
thing.
the feedback, good or bad, this, that, and the third. He's always making that time, no matter how many times you walk in his office. He's
Fact.
always giving that feedback. And I appreciate the fuck out of that because I know I'm probably not the only one that's in that man's office. He probably ain't getting shit done without doing
Nah,
GEW
bro,
as much as he's
he
doing other
knows.
shit. So I got a
Nah,
lot of
he
respect
knows.
for that.
Bro, he knows. He wants me to get back to the way I was when we first started this shit, bro. When we first started this shit, I'm the reason. That's why I always talk shit. And like, when I do my promos is actually like realistic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah,
my
without a doubt.
promos are based, like it's based on real life shit. So like when I say shit like, yo, I literally carry this company on my back. I'm not saying that I carry this company on my back when it comes to views and shit, because that's him. But I carry this company on my back, meaning I got all of you guys to join, or the majority. So like if you found out about us, you found out through somebody that I found and
Also, is
put
the
in here.
idea
You know what I'm
to get rid of like
saying? Fake characters.
the fake characters to bring in actual cause, the people
Real
behind them.
cause. Everybody's
Yeah,
active. Like everybody
definitely
that's
Yeah,
in here
genuine.
definitely.
is all a real person behind their character.
And
That's what
see,
I
that's
did
that's
to
that's what I love
GW.
about the shows. Like a lot of the shows, you see a lot of the same people that show up. The dedication. I know real life gets in the way, and you can't always make it and shit
Not
like
real
that.
life first, always.
Right.
This last couple months, man, since like last year to now, I've been dealing with a lot of like shit behind the scenes. That's why I haven't been the way I was when it first started.
Oh yeah,
But
without a
like
doubt.
if I will get back to that mindset. But once I do get back to that mindset, I promise you, it's gonna be crazy and it's gonna be more fun because it's just I'm dealing with shit because that's why I got this whole fuck cancer to it shit going. This fuck cancer
Oh
to
yeah,
is
without a
real
doubt.
and it means a lot to me. So I may not match A-Dog's energy when it comes to commentary and shit, but I give
But
you
that's
other
what makes
shows based
EEW so
on the
special is
thing.
the multiple different.
Exactly.
It's a melting pot of personalities.
Yeah,
For
because
me,
I can't match up even Demon Axe's commentary. His commentary's on point. Like he gives you like blow for blow. I give you that sometimes too, but like I gotta be like sometimes I be getting up because my mind's all over the place, bro. Like I'm literally somebody who like suffering from mental health. So like I have to be constantly going outside and smoking and get my
oh,
mind
I feel
right.
you. I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I feel
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Yeah.
always
I'm a
doing.
major
I'm always
pothead.
doing something, and when I stream early, so I'm like around the house, being active. That's
Right.
why I try
Oh
not to
shit.
do no commentary either.
My wife just messaged me. She wants me to remind everybody that I know you guys all knew who DeVille is, right?
Yes, sir.
That is actually a creation of my wife. She doesn't do like social media and shit like that. She has it, but she's never on it.
Yeah, yeah.
She's the
You
one
can
that
play the
actually
character
created
for her.
DeVille.
That's what we do sometimes. We play
And
the
like,
character for other people.
yeah, so
Uh,
like most of the time, 98% of the time when a GEW shows on, me and her will
Yer.
sit right in the living room and watch
so
it
No
on our
guests in the
ADN
GW.
TV
house.
and just rock the fuck out of that shit because she likes it just as much as I do. And if she had social media, she said 100 times, I'd be in there too. But she don't do it. She thinks there's way too much negativity in the world right now. So,
Of course, of course. You know, it's crazy that you say that because Tolo's wife, she watches the show and she watches kids watch too, but
oh yeah,
they have their characters in the show, but they don't usually like do promos and do none of that because you know they don't want to
yep,
get involved and shit like that. But they
yeah,
watch the show faithfully. Like they always in A-Dot shows. They always and they even see them pull up in Fight Club too. Like
that's a fact. It'd be pretty cool if something could be put in line for like a little side show or a little side channel for kids to get on there and kick it. But I mean, it'd be really risky with people's mouths and shit like that, and people hitting the wrong channel.
Well,
So it
that's why
definitely
we
has to
have
be
the
heavily
rule. That's
monitored.
why we have the rule that you know what I'm saying. Whenever you do a promo, that you know what I'm saying, you be respectful to the kids. You know what I'm saying, because a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
these kids they read these promos, and if you're telling a motherfucker to eat this and suck this, you know what I'm saying, it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah. That's
So
why, like I said the other night in the chat, I'm trying to clean my promos up because before I would say anything. Now I'm a prison dude. Like I said, I did fuck time in prison,
yeah.
and I ain't about saying the whole SMD shit and shit like that. In my world, you say that's fighting words like people travel fucking distance to come fight you over that type of shit.
Well,
So those
yeah, I've
those
yes,
will
been,
never
sir.
come out of my mouth. But
I know that world too. You know what I'm saying? I've done, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I've done some time, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain words that I don't say that, you know what I'm saying? That because I know, like, basically those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
That
without
bitch
a
word,
doubt.
that bit. Hey, you call somebody a bitch, you better get ready to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? You call a
Yeah,
motherfucker a pussy.
see,
It's like
You know what I'm saying?
you
Get
can't
ready.
tell somebody like that's what with the bombshell thing. Luckily, he said it like in character, and he said no, he didn't say it like in something because we wouldn't know the energy. But
Yeah.
like you don't say shit like yo suck my dick, motherfucker.
Nah,
'Cause,
nigga.
you
You know,
know
you
yeah,
don't say
yeah.
no,
That's
nah, nah, nah.
yeah,
that's
Because
like
that's what I'm
that's not
saying.
your
Like,
wrestling. You know what I
That
mean?
is
Like
that
you're
yeah,
that
not
right there
wrestling.
that
So
that
and
right there
that's
make me want to tell you make me want to say, hey, check this out, man. Send me
here's
your
my
fucking
address. Pull
location.
up.
Send me
Yeah,
your
pull
location,
up.
homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
you know,
and
hey,
see
I
that's
know
the
you're not
thing.
gonna
Like
give
I'm
me
trying
your
to.
address because I know you're not gonna give me your address, so I'm gonna give you mine. You
yeah,
pull
That's
up.
a fact.
exactly,
I want
That's
exactly,
a
you to
fact.
pull up here.
And
exactly,
that's the
Uh,
thing.
exactly.
That's the thing. Like I'm trying to clean it up to the point where like if I have a slip of a curse word, it's either like on the this and that podcast late night when people are
no, I will
talking. I
tell
ain't
you
gonna write it out. You know what I
in my
mean?
promos, and in my trash talk, I would the most I can say to you is like "fuck you." You get what I'm
Yep,
Yeah.
saying?
that's it.
Yep.
But
That's the
like
most
that's
I'm
the
But
gonna
most I
say.
can say
Fuck
to you.
you.
I'm not gonna call you a bitch. I'm not gonna call
yeah,
you a pussy. I'm not gonna do
Oh,
none of that. I'm gonna
I
say
yeah.
some
try to
shit
right
like
now. What I'm right now. What I'm
if
focusing
I'm gonna
on. If
call you
I ain't Go ahead.
If I'm gonna call you a bitch, I'm not gonna call you a bitch. I'm gonna say something like you're acting like a bitch or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that along the
Yep.
lines like that. You get
That's
what
a
I'm saying? I
fact.
want to say like you're a bitch yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me and Demon X, we gotta. He knows what it is. In GW, me and him, we're not cool in character. But
Right.
outside of GW, like yo, like that's my
That's my
brother.
brother.
Like anywhere,
Yeah.
yeah, like anywhere we go, or
Yep.
even like out of character, like that's my man's. Like that's
Oh
my
yeah,
dude.
without a
You know what
doubt.
I mean?
Without a doubt. I mean, like in GW, me and Demon X got a little thing back and forth over time
Yeah, but
going,
in
but I mean, we've all
GW,
hung out
in
backstage.
GW, I'd be like,
We've
yo,
all done
fuck
our
you.
shit.
You know?
Yeah. So, but I try to keep my
But that's
shit
the
to like,
most that it goes. Like that's the
yeah,
most that
I'm
it goes.
right.
Like I'll say some shit along the lines where like I want to bury your career. Your legacy is based on me putting you on. You know, like I'll make his character feel like his character ain't shit, but not
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
Like not him feel like shit. His character feel like shit. You get
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
without a
Like
doubt.
it's a
Without a doubt.
difference.
And that's the thing. Like with mine right now, I'm trying to
That's the
focus
thing
on
with the
like
Soul
if I don't
Effect thing.
hear it,
You know?
if I don't hear it in a WWE ring, because that's like the most family oriented program for wrestling right now,
Right.
because AEW is a little more wild. I don't want to say it in my
She
promo. I want
gets
to
it.
keep that shit.
He gets it.
I want to keep that WWE style. You know what I mean? I don't want to be out there like suck this and fuck that. And
There's no reason for that. There's no reason.
I'll tell you a little story.
There's no
I
reason
had
for you to hold on before you tell your little story.
yeah,
There's no reason for you to go out there and tell another grown man to suck on your, you know what I'm saying, your I'm
that's a
not gonna say
fact.
the word, but you know what I'm saying.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
There's
right.
like,
No, you're right.
you know what I'm saying. There's no
Most like
reason. I mean,
like I can say some shit like, yo, fuck the House of Chaos. Why I gotta
Yeah.
go beyond
Yep.
fuck the House of Chaos or
yeah,
Gate to Chaos?
That's
My bad.
that's why
Why
when
I
yeah.
I
gotta
when
go
I
beyond
originally
that?
made that comment, the gaze of chaos. The next comment was,
Right. Why?
I don't
Yeah,
want to
but
offend
why I gotta
anybody,
go
so
beyond
please
that?
don't. Yeah.
It's not even offensive. Like
Okay.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
What I'm
Like
trying to
why I
Right.
say
gotta
is
go
basically
beyond
what I'm
that?
trying to
That's
say
what
is
I'm
like
saying.
how Eagle always said, if you ain't got that tough skin, bro, like you know what I'm saying, and we don't say this many a times before. If you ain't got that tough skin and you can't dish out, and I mean, if you're going out here dishing out the fucking the shit talking, the trash talking, but then you can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Then don't do the fucking talking. You know what I'm saying? That's how
That's
I
a
feel.
fact. That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? That's exactly how I
Yep.
fucking feel. If you
That's a fact.
if you can sit there and talk shit to me, and then when I come back with a comeback, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, did you hear what he said to me? Oh my god, this guy
Oh
Yeah.
just
yeah.
told me."
Oh
You
Yeah.
know
yeah.
what I'm saying? The fuck out of
And
here with that
me and
bullshit,
you
man,
have gone back and forth
bro. And I don't have
at
no
pretty high
problem with that
level, and
shit.
I love
I
it.
love and I love talking shit.
Oh
I
yeah,
love it.
without a doubt. That's what I'm good at. That's what
As
I'm good
long as
at.
you keep the personal shit away, man,
Oh
Exactly,
yeah. Oh yeah.
exactly.
it's all
But
good.
it's
Nothing
like I put in
personal.
the chat.
Talk
Like
about the
in real
character.
life,
Don't talk about the person.
yeah, it's like I've said in the chat.
That's
In
it.
real life, if anybody in GEW needed to come to me, Dominic Strange, and be like, "Hey, man, I got an issue. I just need somebody to talk to." I'm here. I'm up right now. Like, you need somebody to bend an ear at. You need somebody to scream at. You need somebody to vent at. You just need somebody to listen. Like, mental health shit is real, man. Bang my line. You want to message me and be like, "Hey, I got a problem, but I want to talk to you. Talk about it over the phone, and I just want you to listen." I'll throw you my phone number. Don't be scared to let your mental health happen, because that shit. Every
Right.
man breaks down. Every person breaks down.
I
And
have
we're
I
we're,
have
we're
that problem
GW
too.
family here.
I keep that shit to myself though. Like I fight that shit by myself. Sometimes I text my boys. I'm in a group chat with Demon and Ego and shit.
But
And
but but
like
that's the shit though. Like, I'm in your
they
inbox, like on some
always.
real shit.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Me and you talk quite a bit.
Yo,
If
if you
you ever
want,
if
I'll
you
give
ever
you my
had
number and everything, bro. We could
that
talk
ass,
like
so
all the time,
I'll
bro.
message you
Like
my number,
anytime.
everything. So like, if you're just
Yeah,
having
man.
a bad fucking day and you need to be like, "Yo, listen, man, this ain't nothing
Shout out to
about
you too for these
GW, nothing
headphones
about
too.
nothing. Just listen." Yeah, for facts, man. You need it. We're family. That's a wrap.
That's it.
Like
We're
like I
family,
said,
and
that Steam Deck.
that's what we do here.
I bought two Steam Decks today. I've never had a
Let's
Steam Deck,
go.
but my boy was like, "Hey man, you gotta get the Steam Deck for this, that, and third." I was like, "All right." So I messaged this dude on Facebook
Shout out
Market.
to
I thought he was selling
shout out
one,
to Tyler Jones in the building.
and I ended up buying two. So I threw it in the chat to see if anybody wanted it. I just didn't give it to a motherfucker and ship it. Like, I didn't need it. I bought a pink one and a blue one. I thought I was only buying the blue one, but I'm gonna get rid of both of them now. Them shits are garbage.
I hear you.
But yeah,
So
mental health
right,
is
mental health
okay.
is right. Like that's what I was
Yeah,
about to say. Like so, based on that, just like sometimes like they people deal with it different, right? So like sometimes you just need somebody to talk to
That's a
before you
fact.
start like thinking the shit. You know, like sometimes your mind goes off and you start thinking like negative shit.
Oh
Like
yeah,
even though like I suffer through that shit, whatever, right? I don't think about it like as the bad way, or it's
yeah,
like suicidal or
yeah,
anything. You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? Like my shit would never get as far as that because
Oh
I think
yeah,
I'm better than that as a person. I
oh
mean, no
yeah, without a
offense
doubt.
and shit, but like I think that people who think like ending themselves is
That's a
the
coward.
answer
That's a
is a
coward. That's a
coward.
coward.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
I
coward.
think you're not a real
Nah,
motherfucker for that.
I'm gonna
You
tell you
know,
like
like
this, man. I'm
you
gonna tell you
know,
like
like
this. And my boy Dime. My boy Dime. He knows this. I suffer from mental
always.
fucking. You know what I'm saying? Mental shit
We
too.
all
You know what
do.
I'm saying?
We all do.
I have.
Nigga, me
I
and you
think,
talk all the time.
I don't know.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
What?
you know what I'm
98. I
saying.
think
I don't
a
know.
lot
I
of the
don't know.
people in our generation do, and that's
It
how
ain't.
we all grew up.
It's just the fucked up part about it that you know what I'm saying. Like some people like take this illness or they take this, and there's some people that take this shit for jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this motherfucker's weak. Oh, this motherfucker just
Yep.
a, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Yeah.
he's a fucking you know what I'm saying. He's a piece of shit. All he thinks about is you know what I'm saying. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's the point that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers really have demons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah, that's a fact.
demons. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
sometimes them fucking demons, they can get to you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they can get to you.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, oh, he just looking for fucking sympathy. Oh, he's just looking for fucking, nah. It's not that. It's like I actually like sometimes I fucking you know what I'm saying? Like literally like I tell
For
my
that,
wife sometimes like,
in that case, I blame motherfuckers for that because you're right. My bad, control. But you're
no, you
right
good,
about
you
that.
good.
'Cause sometimes niggas like take advantage of that, and they use it like as like, oh, I could use the word mental health issues, and everybody could feel sorry for me and all this and that. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
motherfuckers,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
there's real motherfuckers that really go through shit that,
Yeah.
yo, if you would see the shit that I think about sometimes, bro, you would be
Bro.
like, no fucking
Bruh,
way. If I
bruh.
was
So
to tell you.
I can just imagine because I know, like,
You
you
know
know
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying, like the shit that I think
Like it's
about
not normal
sometimes.
for a nigga to
Yeah,
think like that.
yeah, no, and you're real. That's real
I'll
talk. Like
be.
that's why. Hey, my name. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something. My name speaks for
Yeah,
itself. You
that
know what I'm saying? My name speaks for itself. That's why I call myself Demon X. Like I got demons, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Demons, like, and they're not nice. You know what I'm saying? And I
Oh
and
yeah.
I and I can like I like try not to like go to that place, but sometimes
Yeah.
motherfuckers push you to that limit. You know what I'm saying? And you're just then like, oh well, I didn't know he
So
was
I'll
gonna
be.
do that.
I'll be an open book here.
Hey guys, I'm
In
sorry.
real
I just
life,
came back. I'm
I was
sorry.
diagnosed schizoaffective with explosive anger disorder.
Wow.
And that was a lot of my upbringing. Like, I was just fucking nuts, dude. I couldn't control my anger. I'd black out. I'd come to. My mouth would taste like pennies. I wouldn't know what I did. I'd be in
Mm-hmm.
handcuffs. I wouldn't be able to stand up for myself in court because I had no recollection of it.
Mm-hmm.
I went through years and years of this shit. Somebody'd look at me wrong, or I'd walk through a crowd and they'd be laughing. My mind would be like, that motherfucker's laughing at me, and I'd snap and black out. Now I'm in jail for another 8 months because I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck I did. I got to have
Mm-hmm.
my pops or my mom come up and explain to me, like, this is what the police report says. Like, this is what you did. And I'm like, nah, I didn't do that. Like, I would remember that. Like, that's
Yeah.
real life shit. Like, everybody's got problems. It took me a long time to even be diagnosed with what I had to be able to, you know, calm it down and become a family man and shit like that and be where I'm at
it's
today.
crazy.
So
It's
Crazy
if
you
very
people
say
are out
that.
there with mental problems, like mental
Crazy.
health problems, like I got them,
Nah,
call
it's
me.
fact. Nah, it's facts. You know, it's funny to rebound off what you just said. I went to like a therapist one time, and he was like a Chinese dude. He's very
Yeah.
smart, though, older guy. And he was like, "Yo, you know when you daydream?" He told me like that ass because he was like, "Tell me one of your daydreams and shit, like something random that you just think about, like sometimes." And he's like, I told him like something, whatever, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know when you're daydreaming and you're thinking of some shit like that, sometimes like you don't even understand how strong that feeling is. Like if you live the moment, because at the moment you're daydreaming, right? Like if you're standing
Yeah.
still, like you're just looking, like you're just looking randomly in the sky. Let's say, for example, looking in the sky, and then you're looking in the sky, so everybody around you just sees you looking in the sky, right? But in your
Yeah. Oh,
mind, you're not there. You're
yeah.
not.
Nah.
You're not
Yep.
looking at the sky. You're somewhere else. You're in your mind.
You're having
You're
an out of
living
body
out another.
experience.
You're having an out of
Sir.
body experience where you're living something out where technically you're not really doing it, but you are, right? So this is where schizophrenia walks in, and the doctor says that this is crazy. Like the psychiatrist tells me that it's crazy because you could be stuck in between two lives where in your mind you think that you're looking in the sky and thinking that, but in reality you're actually doing what you're looking in the sky
Oh
thinking
yeah.
you're doing. You
Yep.
get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
dude. I'm like I said,
in
man.
my,
I'm
I'm looking
schizoaffective, so I know that exactly.
yeah. So like I'm looking at the sky thinking like, yo, I just fucking robbed the bank and I fucking ran up in here and I got shot up and I
Hey
fucking ran
guys,
out. But in realistically, when I wake up in my mind, everything that I was thinking about, I really did that. But in my head, I was like, no way I did that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm looking at the sky and I'm thinking I was gonna do that. What do you mean I did that? You get what I'm trying to say? Like
Hmm.
it's crazy. He's like, yo,
So
you can't get caught up in the moment when you think like that. This is what
yeah,
mental
that's a
health kicks
fact.
in because that shit
It's
can
hard
really
to
fucking
control your
happen
mind when
and
you got this
destroy you.
problem, man. Like you got to be on top of your mind 24/7. That's what makes people like us so sharp, though. Like I'll tell you a real life story. I was out at a party one night. I got a phone call from my mom saying her ex boyfriend had hit her, and the last thing I remember is her crying, saying, "My face is bruised. My face is bruised." I lost control of my own mind. I jumped in my car, drove out to 3 towns over, ripped this dude out of his house, whooped his ass in his driveway, left him there a bloody pile. Like this dude was like a father to me. And I drove back to the party and I came to and I was sitting there having a beer, chilling with my boys, and I had no fucking clue I'd left. Cops came and arrested me at the fucking party. I'm like, I didn't do this. Like, I did not do this. My best friend Joey at the time was like, yo, you were gone for like an hour and a half, dog. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I never left. My car's right there. Like, I never left. I had no clue. Till this day, I have no recollection of any of that ever happening. But I've seen that man in Walmart and shit like that. He avoids me at all costs. And that breaks my fucking heart because I couldn't control it. That's a real mental health shit.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
very
man, you gotta be careful.
no, just how it is, man. That's like I said,
it's hard. It's hard out there because
them
when
demons are
people
real.
when mental health kicks in, sometimes like doctors go, oh, you need this and that. First off, mental like anything mental, they're like, oh, you need this medication, you need that medication. Then when they put you on that medication, you're dopey as fuck. You like all that type of shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I was diagnosed with bipolarness and explosive disorder. And it was after my mom and dad died. I got diagnosed with this. I got diagnosed with the bipolarness when my mom and dad were alive, and then my mom and dad died. I got diagnosed with the explosive disorder because my family wasn't helping me, and I felt like I was alone, so I spazzed the hell out. You know, being a single dad, you know, trying to do stuff on his own. My ex was being really not helping, so it really hurt me in the long run. So I just became angry at everybody. Like you came towards me, I would fucking spaz. And then when I met, and this is God's truth, Carly, the girl I'm with now, my daughter's mother, she taught to me about a lot of things. And if you don't have a strong woman, and this is how I see this, if there's no strong woman that has your back or who doesn't want to have your back, you got to kick the curb. Because
That's a fact.
if a woman's not going to sit down and be like, babe, I know you got your flaws. I'm here to help you. And being honest with you, Carly keeps me calm. I mean, when there was shit popping off with my son, I want to go out and kill the guy. And DBD knows this story. My DBD, is it okay if I say this in the live, or do you want me to keep it on hush? Where's
My man.
I
DBD?
think you got a green light.
Yeah, let's I'll make the call for him real quick. Let's keep that on hush until we get confirmation from him. Just work around that.
Yeah, it was just a family matter that went sideways, and that's how, But other than that, you can clearly see like everyone's like, if there's no strong person there to back you up, you're just gonna go in that deep hole,
That's
and
a
it's hard to
fact.
get out of. It's hard to get out of because, dude, and I'll say this: when my mom and dad
I'm still
died,
here listening. My bad. Go ahead.
when my mom and dad died, I was taking my mom and dad's scripts, their Percocets, their Vicodins, and I was drinking alcohol and taking those. And I was trying because I was like, that's what was going on with me, because I thought like my mom and dad were going to be around for so long. So I was like, that's why I was the way I was. I spent money like crazy. I got evicted from like 3 places because I was like, it was fucked up. I was in hell,
I hear
and
you. I hear you.
it sucked. It really fucking sucked. I was house hopping with a kid, like a fucking baby house hopping. Didn't know what my next meal was going to be, nothing like that. And that's when my depression started hitting. And I started taking medicine for depression. Then the bipolarness started acting back up. And then I started getting an explosive disorder. And everything just started coming back up and back up and back up. And like I said, it really sucks. Because at that time, I didn't have Carly. So all that shit was going on. Now that I have Carly, I'm not going off the hinges like I should. Like if I was out, like if a guy looks at it the wrong way, I'm going to go off the hinge. But I
Yeah,
mean, like,
yeah.
I'm very like, yo, dude, like, chill out. Like, we can handle this conversation wise. But if it goes down the other road, then it has to go down the other road.
I hear
You
you.
know what I mean?
I'm a very
And
confrontational person myself.
I kind of try to keep the distance from the negative bullshit, but sometimes I put myself into it. Is I want to stand up for somebody that's in the mix of that, and I
Yeah,
think that's
you ever
also my
stand up for
problem.
somebody and then you become the bad guy somehow? You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, so it's like,
Oh
what
yeah,
else?
many times.
Yeah, so it's like, and I'll tell you this. This happened here. Why I wasn't here for a while. I stood up for somebody that's no longer here, and me and someone who's on the podcast went back and forth in chat, and it was about a creation. And me and him talked about it. And Demon X, I'm gonna say your name because that's what's between me and you. And the
I was
person
about to
really
say,
did.
shit, son. There's only 4 of us here. It's got to be one of us.
Well, it was about Demon. It was me. It was me. It was me and Demon. It was me and Demon were going tit for tat because a dude was talking shit, saying that Demon said this about the call I created, and I went to
Right.
him. And I said, it was fucked up. It was a really
Yeah.
fucked up situation, and I was like, damn. And then like I started reading into it, everyone was like, nah, that it was never said. Like everyone was showing me screenshots and it was never said. So I believe the dude that I was cool with for so long instead of reaching out to the source. And that was just me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick up for my friend. And then when I got the messages, I'm like, I went to the dude. I'm like, see, you caused all this fucking beef
Right.
for
Right.
nothing, for fucking nothing, over a
Right.
call.
So on a different note, I hate to cut you off, but I feel like we've gone off the rails here a little bit.
I think
And
we did.
let's save this for more of the this and that radio, not the this and that podcast. If DVD will allow me to make that statement. Let me get back to where we were at. Give me 3 people, 3 tag teams, Bombshell, you'd like to see Wreckage in the ring with down the line.
Um, damn. Gates of Chaos,
Yep.
Pope and Hopkins, and I would run it back with you and DVD.
Very nice. Very nice. And quick shout out to Psycho. I seen your message, bro. I'll get to you in just a minute. I promise. What about you, Demon? Back, you there?
think he's out for the moment. So what tag team you say? What?
3 tag teams you'd like to see. Let's say you and my dude Psycho in the ring with down the line.
Let's see. Who's left? Because we're gonna have to make some new tag teams.
It don't have to be who's left. You could have already bagged and tagged them, baby. Let's just put it in the ring
Because
again.
there's not a lot of tag teams left right now. We got what? There's PWO, PRX, and then some of the new teams that's forming. I don't know who Gates of Chaos has for the tag teams. Who they got Cycle. Who else is running for the tag team? Demon X.
Yeah.
Best bet I'm gonna go with them because Demon X is hot right now.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. I'm guessing Keith and BS. They got the best chemistry right now going on as far as tag team. I would say Bombshell, but you guys are still fairly new. So I'm gonna go with. Let's see what PRX has left. What tag
Yeah.
team that what they have for the tag
Shout
team.
out to Savage Vega too, by the way. That motherfucker's my dude. He's funny as shit. I love that dude. So let me ask you guys this then. Not including who you're tagged up with now. Name 3 people you would stand side by side with and think the longevity of it, and give a short but quick answer why.
I like that one.
Right, you start first, baby.
I would team up actually with like besides tag team shit. Like I can't even team up with nobody. Like I would just I don't know.
He's
I
not
would like
saying like faction wise for going for the world title. He just saying like a straight up tag team. If y'all was going for the tag
Yeah.
team.
oh
Say
like
there
a
was
tag
like
team
say there was
like ruthless
Yeah.
motherfuckers type
so
shit.
Yeah, like
so
Oh
who's
okay,
so let me
the three
rephrase
guys
it.
that you
Let me
would be able
rephrase it.
to
Say there was a trios tag in GEW again. Name 2
three
other
belts.
people. 2 other people you'd tag up with or you'd team with that you haven't or aren't tagged with now.
I
Yeah, it
would either
can't be
bring up
somebody that you
Bombshell.
team.
I would bring up either bring Bombshell or Keith Jackson.
Wow.
Okay, quick but short answer on why.
Just because they're like big and they're the muscle. Like they could take the pain and they could unleash the pain. Like they'll make these
All right, nice.
young like scrawny guys look like shit. You get what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah,
seriously.
Bombshell,
If
you're
I
up.
can
Take
get the Bombshell
my
for
bombs.
23, forget about it.
Oh yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about.
What's the question again? I'm sorry. I'm when you guys talk to me, I have a chat going on, so I'm trying to answer my chat.
He said if there was a trios belt, like 3 people tag team, what would be the 2 guys that you would pick on your team? It has to be people you never teamed with.
Damn.
2 guys.
Oh, you guys did me dirty on this one. Damn.
The styles are different.
If I had to, damn.
I
You
teamed
can
up
just
with
say
Ego
Mad King
already.
DBD. We know you're there.
No. If I could tag with
definitely
someone on some real shit, it would have to be Ego. Ego's one of them.
All right.
Thank
Ego,
you.
and it would have to be Magic. It would have to be
Destroyer?
It would have to be that because just how
Destroyer?
them guys are and
And it
how they
almost
present
happened.
themselves, that's why.
It almost
Demon X
happened
belt?
when he was the model thing.
Listen, babies. Ooh,
So,
yeah,
for
male model,
me-
baby, can always
For me,
come out,
if
baby.
I had to pick 2 people,
Dusty?
it'd have to be J Money and Jay Smoke. And
Oh, damn.
the simple reason, I wouldn't have to do a goddamn thing. I could sit back like a scumbag and just let them work.
Okay, I got a
that.
question. 5
Hold
people
on,
off
hold
the
on, hold
Jay
on. I
roster.
Money,
didn't
Jay
pick.
Money
Did he pick?
slept
Did he
on.
pick
A
my
lot of
two
people sleep
people? I
on Jay
didn't pick
Money.
yet.
Who didn't pick?
No,
Who
Yeah,
didn't
no.
pick?
I didn't pick yet. Me and Demon X didn't pick
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
All right. The
Oh,
Yep.
two
I
people
thought
I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
pick,
Max is still here. My bad.
and I'm gonna say the reason why first is because me and these two leaders of opposing teams has always been rivals. But it would have been cool to see a tag team. Hopkins and Savage.
Good choice. Good choice.
Demon
All right.
X, if he's there,
X,
or
you're up.
I will let that. We'll let him come back to it when he
Yeah, we'll
returns.
come back to him.
So, what was your question, Bombshell?
All right, you had to pick 5 people you're about to be in a bar fight with. Off the GW roster, who would you pick? It can be boy or girl.
All right. I'm gonna go first. I gotta take Psycho because a motherfucker just goes through anything, including car windshields. Shout out to you, Psycho. I gotta take DBD because I think he'd be just as scummy in a fight as me. 2, I gotta pick A-Dot because I mean, if we couldn't get the job done with our fist, that motherfucker's lyrically gifted enough to confuse them motherfuckers. 4, or I'd have to pick the Chief because he don't give a fuck who he goes after. Final Chief is 4. 5. Hmm. 5, I'd have to pick Jeannie Ja because what if one of them's a chick?
Facts.
Who's up next?
DVD. Who you picking?
My faction, I'm picking Ego just because he's legendary, and I need somebody legendary to like match my stats because we're here. You know what I mean? He knows it, and I will go with Demon X because that motherfucker is sadistic as fuck. He don't give a fuck. I'll definitely go with Jeannie Ja because she's a rider as a female, and like you said, you definitely need a female. And then I'm gonna go with Mad King because you're the type of guy that if we had like a mafia family and I needed somebody to whack somebody and get the job done, you're the guy that I'll pick for that. You know what I mean?
He gives
Facts.
that energy.
He gives the energy. Yeah, like he's like, fuck it, I don't even want that. You want it? You want it? I got you. I'll get it for you. You know, I like that.
Oh yeah. As you say that, I'm sitting here in a fucking very nice velour red and black robe with my name inscribed in the back of it.
So that'd be my team. The reason Gina Josh because she's the queen of violence and she she could take it and she give it out the same way. And Demon X, you already know Demon X is the darkest motherfucker we seen out here.
Oh
And
yeah.
Ego obviously is legendary. Like his like he actually is paving the way for motherfuckers to do what they do and shit. Like he made me like hyped about certain things in this shit that it wasn't even in my thought, in my train of thought. I was thinking I'll go out there looking like one of these bums like Victor Colt and you know who you guys are. You bum looking motherfuckers. If it wasn't for ego. If it wasn't for ego, I'll be out there looking like the Brooklyn Brawler. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for that, and the nigga's gifted too. Like this nigga got like his move sets and shit. Like this man will put hands on you. He's the first ever undisputed global productions champion. Like that's different. Like that stat wasn't even made, and he made it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it's different. It's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's people who who set trends, and there's people who follow trends. He's a
Oh yeah, without
trendsetter.
a doubt.
You get what I mean?
Oh yeah. I got to give it to X2. I have busted that man's balls over the past few months about the whole Psycho thing. I've tried everything to make him bury Psycho in a promo. He ain't never done it. He stays loyal to that man. The loyalty
Yeah,
means
man.
something.
Yeah, man.
All right, DVD. Let's get a question from you.
Yeah.
Are we done the question with the 5 guys in the bar?
I think so.
Okay.
Cars in the bar. All right. Give me your. Matter of fact, who do you think is the most underrated, like real wrestler in real life right now
Chad
in
Gable.
WWE?
I was thinking that. I was thinking that shit.
Yep. Chad Gable needs to be in the championship picture.
Why?
That motherfucker does everything. And he looks phenomenal doing it. He is the only person that I think looks better than Bobby Lashley in that ring when Bobby Lashley was in his prime.
I don't even think Bobby Lashley was even all that, to be honest with you. 'Cause, like, I think Chad Gable. I agree with the Chad Gable thing because I think Chad Gable gives you a Kurt Angle vibe, but he
Yep.
can do more than what Kurt could have because Kurt
Mhm.
was limited because of his neck injuries. This man
Yeah.
can do more because he's gifted just
Already on
as good
Kurt
as
Angle
Kurt was.
status.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can
oh
be
yeah.
Kurt Angle without the perks. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yep.
Like
That's a
literally.
fact. The fact
So
that he
imagine if that
wasn't
man
Kurt
with no
Angle's
perks.
illegitimate child back in the day, they dropped the ball big on that.
Yeah, it should have been him instead
Could
of
have ran that
him.
storyline. That storyline would have been bananas.
Oh yeah.
I just think he needs some like a manager to speak for him, and he'll be all right.
Yeah.
His mic skills is not all there.
What do you guys think of Karrion Cross? That's a
But
little
He needs a
his
push.
mic
tag for
skill.
Psycho.
I think he needs. I think the only reason that he hasn't moved on, Cross, is because he's on the contract. But I think that the moment his contract is up, like his new contract, that man walks
hmm
here because he feels disrespected, and I feel him because he's I think he's way more valuable than what they're using him for,
Oh
and
yeah.
because they snubbed him in WrestleMania, and what they did for him in WrestleMania was for him to like give him a cheap shot, that cheap bullshit segment with AJ Styles, like all that just to put fucking Logan Paul over, and he has
Yeah.
nothing to do with Logan Paul. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like WWE's dropping the ball, and that's why they released a lot of people because they don't have no room for them. So what they're gonna do is they trying to stick to cinema. So basically, what they're doing is what sells right now is Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. That little thing that they're doing.
Mhm.
So they're gonna run with that on the Raw thing, and then on the SmackDown figure, they're gonna run
Yeah,
with the
Cena.
whole. So yeah, John Cena and his title shit, and then for the backup, they're gonna roll with Fatu and Solo Sikoa's bloodline thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's mainly what's really popping in WWE. Everybody look at it.
hmm
They tried with the luchador shit with Chad Gable and the Americano whatever thing, and it didn't work.
He's dying out.
Or it's not working. It's not hitting. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
They,
without a
they,
It's
doubt.
they should
not.
have.
It's not on his behalf. But he's delivering.
It's not. It's not his fault. Yeah, it's not his fault. It's just it's not hitting because niggas don't want to see that. At the end of the day, if they was to push that, they could push that officially, and they could use Dom as Dom without the mask, and they could have Dom with the mask because Dom has the mask. You get what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dom could do it either way, and Dom's technically a luchador. and he
Yep.
could run with the whole "I'm the greatest luchador of all times" and all that shit, and it could work. But they don't want to push that. They'd rather him push the whole, "Oh, I'm the boy toy of Liv Morgan and the Judgment Days." The Judgment Day shit is over. That shit should have been
Mm-hmm.
over when Rhea Ripley and Priest left. Once they left, that Judgment Day should have been dead. Dominic
Yeah.
Mysterio should have been the lover boy thing. Like they should have kept that going, or they can keep that luchador shit going, where he could have been the Intercontinental Luchador champion and have all the luchadors like Rey Fenix, Penta, um, what's the other dudes from the LWO? Fucking
Shout out to
the
Fly Guy. He
Dragon
just
dude.
pulled up.
Shout out to Fly Guy. I see you, boy. What's the dude from LWO? The Dragon guy.
Dragon Lee.
Dragon
Dragon
Lee.
Lee.
Dragon Lee. What's the other one's name too? The one that has no like those guys. That could be a whole intercontinental division right
Fucking
now, boy. They can push that. They can make that shit work, and then they can
Yeah,
make
but I
the
feel like
U.S.
they tried that
title.
with 205 Live and failed.
yeah, they dropped the ball
I
on
don't
that
know.
one, so
They
they're
can
not
make
gonna
it
do that
work
again.
though, and then they could do the United States Championship with the whole real
But then they
wrestlers,
just
so like fucking
signed
LA Knight.
AAA
Listen,
wrestling, so they should
Mm-hmm.
get a whole
when they
division.
took over,
Yeah, they
when
did.
they took over AAA, it opened a lot of doors because if you really look into AAA and you really like watch their stuff, you know who's a very big part of that, right? Do you guys know? You ever heard of Vampiro?
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Vampiro is a producer over there. And if you ever watched his documentary, The Nails in the Coffin, if you guys get a chance, please watch that. It was a great documentary, and it really hit the facts of how professional wrestling is.
Didn't
How
Vampiro
it
just beat
hits.
like cancer or something?
No, he's all he has. He can't wrestle at all because how many concussions this fucking guy has.
Yeah, but I thought he like beat cancer. He beat something, didn't he?
I think he beat something. I forgot off the top of my head. I really don't remember. But the
Yeah.
his thing was very good, and it showed what he was doing. And in the long run, it really showed like that the AAA is by itself is a phenomenal thing to watch. I remember when Xbox 360 brought out the Luchador game, and I hopped right on it, and it was all AAA wrestlers like Alanis, Doctor, Mil Molasses, all these wrestlers that are from the Luchador era. And you guys talk about, now we're going to get back to Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio, on some real shit, has set the bar for himself. And everyone's like, oh, he's not good. Yes, he is.
That's my dude right there.
He eats the crowd. He
I fucking
eats
now.
that shit.
They give him now.
Dom eats that heat. He loves that heat. And
Here for
at
him now.
WrestleMania, you saw the change. You saw the crowd saying, damn, he might be a heel, but that motherfucker gets over.
Oh yeah.
He gets over so
And he ain't
well.
never done it off his old man's reputation either. He built it himself.
And that's what his dad said. He's like, Dom is building his own path, and I'm happy for that. But if there's one, Ray has said this on a podcast, if there's one person to retire me and respectfully retire me for me to be done, I would have my son do it.
I'd like to see that.
That's for sure.
And the thing about it is if that were to happen, that would be phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Maybe next Mania.
yeah, that would be nice. But Dom is stuck in his ways. They need to get him away from Liv Morgan, because that storyline's fucking busted. I hate that storyline. But
Fly Guy's got a point though. JD McDonough be taking
But
fucking hits.
JD McDonough
JD
has
is the
to.
fucking man. JD's the
He's the new Spike Dudley.
I thought for sure when he came back, that motherfucker would have got a hero's welcome and they would have done something with him. They threw that motherfucker in the back line of Judgment Day again.
He's the modern day Spike Dudley.
Being honest, on some real shit. Well, hold on, whoa, no. Spike Dudley was a league in his own. Don't put JD never near Spike Dudley. Spike Dudley
Spike
is
Dudley's
a
a
league
crazy bum.
that.
Yo, I have spent hours on
Hold
YouTube
on.
watching
He
Spike
said
Dudley
Spike
bumps.
Dudley's a bum.
No, crazy bumps.
No, bumps.
I thought he said bum. Like bum, that dude, he's fucking crazy. I'm about to say,
He's a legend.
Yo,
You
he's a
crazy?
good ass dude too in real life. He came from being a teacher. Like he generally cares
Mhm.
about motherfuckers.
He's
when
just trying to get paid.
when
He said it himself.
he did on Busted Open Radio. DVD. If you guys are looking up Busted Radio,
I
Dudley
watched
Boys,
Busted
Fucking
Open
love Busted
faithfully.
Radio.
he
I
said
watched Busted Open faithfully, bro.
Oh
That's
yeah, you
my-
and me
he
both.
said
It's the
go-to
only reason I
podcast.
own Sirius Radio.
he
That's
said
my
in
go-to
his thing with
podcast.
Dudley
That
Boy.
and
Yep.
that and the Stone Cold sessions, the
I
Broken
love
Skulls.
Broken Skull Sessions. He said to
Yeah, but he
Bubba
stopped
Ray,
that. He hasn't done it in a while.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah.
he said it to Bubba Ray. He was like, "Listen, I would gladly come back and do one more Dudley Boy run." And he was like, "What do you mean? A one and done spot? Like him come in and do the Dudley drop through a fucking table and he's done." He was like, "I would do that to like a big." He said he would either do the Damian Priest or a lot of these big guys.
Wow.
Like he was talking about Bronson Reed. He was going in, but he said one person's name and everyone's eyes lit the fuck up in that. He's like, "I would love to work if I was still capable to work and do the spot. I would love to have a spot with Braun Strowman." And the only reason why is because Braun Strowman can do very well with Spike. And you can see, like, oh shit, like Spike Dudley's gonna get his ass whooped. But Spike Dudley was always getting back up, down, back up. He was like Psycho. You guys talked about Psycho earlier. The motherfucker get knocked down, he's gonna get back up. And it's how he was. And that would be a great match, but WWE does not know what to do if that were to happen. WWE released half of these people because they didn't know what to do with them. Now that they bought all these other companies, that's where all their money's going. They're releasing people they don't know what to do with them, but you're not giving them a chance. Send them down to NXT and have them do something down NXT. Like have them do the Evolve. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Have them go down and do some work with these younger guys. Help them out. See, there's a broad thing going on in WWE that WWE does not see what's going on. Like they don't expand the horizon and say, "Hey guys, we got nothing for you. Hey, you mind going down to NXT and
You know,
working
I
with
think
Trick
the only
Williams?"
reason they dropped these guys in WWE, those girls, was because they trying to make room for the other people. Remember, WWE is going cinema, bro.
Yeah,
Everything's
but
gonna
aren't
be
they
based
doing
on
that?
storyline.
What's this?
Like
Are they still
everything.
doing
So
that?
they brought back Rusev. You know Rusev? I have a feeling he's gonna join Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
No.
I have that feeling. Watch it happen. And not only that, watch. They have a female with like Becky Lynch probably join them too. Even though she doesn't need it, but like her shit is kind of dry if she doesn't use that. You know what I mean? Like she needs to use that and get in like in the world title picture because
There's
he's just
only
basically
one
putting this
person.
girl over, like Valkyria, whatever her name is,
Valkyria?
Lyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
All right,
there's
guys,
one person, if there's
I gotta
one
fly out of here.
all right,
I got
brother.
church in the morning, but before I
hear you,
go,
brother. Do what you gotta do. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning today too. So
I hear you. Before I go, there's a question I asked last time that you missed, TBD.
talk to me.
Name 3 things that you did today that you could do better tomorrow.
Today,
3 things that you did today that you could do better tomorrow.
well, I'm gonna do better tomorrow. Well, cause I could have been better with my parents. I could have like been more in contact with them and show them more love. You know,
All right.
and I'm gonna definitely do that better tomorrow. Main thing.
Good answer. Bombshell. Same thing for you.
Damn. Understand more of what's going on with my son, like his mental and stuff like that.
Good answer. Good answer. Mine, as always, is live, laugh, and love. You can live better tomorrow. You can laugh harder tomorrow, and you can love stronger tomorrow. And we did them all today. On that note, GW family, I'm out of here. Be easy.
Real shit. Real shit.
Hashtag scum
Appreciate
life.
you for passing by. You already know. You already know. Real shit, though. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Make sure everybody pulls up tomorrow, too. We're going to be live with Damian the King Briggs, and we're going to talk TXT. We're going to talk GW. We're going to talk ASW. We're going to talk it all.
Let's get it.
Looking at AW and TNA, the going over there, that's what Psycho just asked that.
What do you have?
He said about the TNA and hey Psycho, listen, if you're up, I'm gonna go into Discord and chill in Discord. If you guys are bouncing, chill in Discord for a little bit. I'm gonna hop into Discord.
Yeah.
So Psycho, if you want to hop into Discord
with
with us, hop into Discord with us, brother. I'm gonna go into Discord right now. DBD, you have a wonderful night. I'll send you a photo because I got a surprise for you. And Ego, I will send you a picture. I got a surprise for you.
Hey, yo.
You know, it's a cool picture. You guys will like it.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys in the Discord thing.
Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate you for pulling up, though. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. You already know what
Yes,
time it is,
sir.
man.
Let's get it. Hey.
Yes, sir. This is another episode of This and That Podcast Radio. And we out this motherfucker. Peace.